Friday morning baseball here on the DAF Media Network, with the home Darien Blue Wave take on the visiting Stamford Black Knights. Hi everyone, Liam Tomaszewski joined alongside me, Tim Bellingham. And Tim, today, got a matchup between two of the teams in the FCIAC conference, the home Blue Wave taking on the Black Knights. Two of these teams a lot of experience in this FCIAC conference. What do you think we're going to see here today?
I think we're going to see a good game today. We got pretty nice weather, pretty gray skies today, but it should be good baseball today with Owen Tyler on the bump starting for the Darien Blue Wave.
Yeah, so Owen Tyler, the senior captain, will be starting on the mound for the Blue Wave. Impressive stats starting on the pitching for this year. Pitched 9 innings, of course, and 2-0 for his win-loss column record. So he will get started on the mound for the Wave today, along with the rest of their very experienced infield. And a lot of juniors on this Darien Blue Wave team, especially this year, getting a lot of time throughout all these different positions.
That's a good thing to see as well, having a lot of juniors getting playing time there. It's good to have the seniors play as well, but obviously the juniors still have another year, so getting a lot of that experience at the varsity level this year will be great for next year's season as well.
Yeah, the Blue Wave starting off this season 6-2 so far. Their last game, they lost to the Wilton Warriors. Close match here, but again, that one went to Wilton's side, so Darien's looking to bounce back, try to pick up a win here on this Friday evening, Friday morning of April break. So Tyler starting on the mound for the Wave. And junior Jack Nee will be his catcher. And again, moving in for Stamford Black Knights, number 2 for the Knights. Again, starting lineup, Eli Villanueva. And he'll get his first look for this Black Knights squad. Starting off here, noon here from the high school stadium field, or excuse me, high school baseball field, as Tyler sends in for ball 1. Owen Tyler committed to Albertus Magnus College to continue his baseball career after high school. Want to know the count to Villanueva? That one's going to be just high for 2-0. So Villanueva again. Tyler dishes. That one's going to be sent foul for the first strike of the day. 2-1 the count.
And hopefully that first strike there gets Tyler started on the mound. Want to be coming out attacking the first hitter right away.
So 2-1 for Tyler. He sent it in. That one's going to be for a called strike, so 2-2. Again, Tyler has one of the best ERAs on this Darien team with 0. Hasn't given up any earned runs this season. So 2-2 the count. Breaking ball. That one's going to go. Taken up by Taylor Campbell at the third base side, and he will just get out. He's going to be safe, so he'll beat out the throw. Tyler Spellman playing first base, so leadoff hit here for the Black Knights.
Yeah, it's a tough one in between there, in between the shortstop and the third baseman. That is the third baseman's ball. He has the better angle going to first base. But that was a high chop. Safe at first.
Yeah, Taylor Campbell took that one for the Wave, so first base runner for this Black Knights squad on the top of the first. Tyler will dish a ball. That's going to be bunted out there. Number 23, Charlie Guinta. So they'll get the force out at first, but runner will advance to second.
A little bit of small ball start the game off. First guy gets on with the infield single, bunt him over to second base. He's in scoring position with 1 out.
So 1 out here for Tyler. Runner at second. Coming up to play number 24, Aiden O'Laughlin. Plays center field for the Stamford team. And Tyler dishes a first high fastball for ball 1. Stamford's been known this season to steal bases. See if they'll do it here as the runner gets a lead over at second base. Tyler checking in on the runner. He'll send that one for a called strike, now 1-1.
It's a good pitch there, strike there at the knees. You want to live there.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to the senior. Tyler dishes a breaking ball, huge shot over the right field. That one's going to be called over in right field. Runner's going to tag, going to third. He will be safe sliding in. So now runner at third base, 2 out.
They had a chance on him there, too. It's the cutoff there at shortstop. Should have let the throw go through there on the turf field.
So the junior Merritt Hole makes the play out and right. And now for Stamford, their cleanup hitter number 19, CJ Berlingo, will come up with a runner at third. Tyler, first pitch fastball. That one's going to go in for a strike, 0-1.
Tyler pitching from the stretch with a guy on third base here and 2 outs.
So Tyler deals again. That one's going to go out of play. Foul ball, 0-2.
He's lucky to get that one back. A little bit of a hanging slider there. Just fouled off.
So the Blue Wave looking to try to get out of this inning with a runner at third. Low fastball there is going to be taken for ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs from Darien High School baseball field. Tyler again, big shot out to right. Hole's going to have to go after it over near the foul line, but makes the catch. Says get out of the side as the Blue Wave will get their first looks on the offense coming up on the DAF Media Network. And back here live on the DAF Media Network, so home Darien Blue Wave will get some offensive looks here going in the bottom of the first. Starting on the mound for Stamford Black Knights, number 5, Jack Gibson. He'll look to try to keep this Darien team no hits today, but again, this Darien team, they've done well on the offense. Record 6-2, trying to get another win under their belts and increase their place in the FCIAC standings.
I'm interested to see how Gibson does with that. Almost 3/4 sidearm release there. And this mound, having pitched on this mound myself, is a little bit of a taller mound than the FCIAC. Designed it to be a little taller to benefit some of the Darien pitchers, helping fall downhill. It's interesting to see how Gibson does and deals with that mound today.
And again, for the Blue Wave, starting off their offense, one of their lead hitters, senior captain Dom Zawacki, will lead it off along with his brother, number 2, Leo Zawacki, in that second spot. And then third, of course, senior Sean Brophy and Merritt Hole get the cleanup for the Blue Wave. But again, Gibson will be dealing out for the Black Knights over on the mound. So the Knights will send it down, and leading off for the Blue Wave, senior captain Dom Zawacki. 350 batting average for him, 7 hits on the season. He's tied for leading this team along with Taylor Campbell and Sean Brophy with hits. Done well in the leadoff spot all year for the Wave.
It's what you want out of your leadoff guy. You want him to get on base via the hit or via the walk. Start your in and off with a guy on base.
So Zawacki steps in to the batter's box. Gibson will deal his first pitch of the day, and that one's going to be a plunk right in the shoulder. So Zawacki will get on base with the hit by pitch.
Not too cold today, but that one is going to sting. That is going to be a nice baseball mark right in the shoulder blades, as he's taking a second there over at first base. He'll take the base runner, but that one's going to leave a bruise, going to leave a mark.
Well, Dom Zawacki doing what he does best, getting on base for the Wave. I mean, with an OPS 976. And now his brother Leo Zawacki coming up to the plate, batting .350 along with 7 hits. So first pitch, high fastball. That one's just going to go high above his head. Another high ball there from Gibson, 2-0.
Get a little timeout here, a little reset for Gibson. Good call by the catcher. None of the pitches have been really in the zone. They've been kind of up and in or up and away. He's having a little bit of trouble getting on top and getting that pitch low down in the zone there.
So 2-0 to Zawacki. His brother Dom at first. Nobody out. Gibson deals. That one will go in for a called strike. So after the catcher timeout, Gibson gets one, 2-1. And Gibson's going to step off. Try to just keep Dom Zawacki on first base. Gibson deals another ball. That one's just going to be outside, 3-1.
Interested to see if they put him in motion here at first base or not. 3-1 count. Hitter can afford to take a pitch.
So Zawacki high ball. That one's going to go out of play. So
Well,
now full count coming up.
They
for
did
the
send him
junior.
running. They did send him at first base.
So 3-2 the count. Runner's going to go here pretty much no matter what. Pitch from Gibson. That one's going to be high for ball 4. So hit by pitch to start off the inning. And now Leo Zawacki with a full count walk. And now senior Sean Brophy will come up to the plate with 2 men on. Brophy 7 hits to his name, 6 RBIs. And when you got Speedy Dom and Leo Zawacki out there, just put the ball in play, try to get them moving.
It's the second mound meeting already. Second one between Gibson and Berlingo. Trying to get on the same page there.
So no one out for the Wave. Brophy now up. Dom Zawacki at second, Leo at first. Off-speed pitch there by Gibson's going to go in for a called strike. Haven't seen him too much with the off-speed today, but gets that one. It's now 0-1 to Brophy.
Yeah, sometimes when you're having a hard time spotting your fastball, you throw in an off-speed there to try to get yourself going, get yourself right.
So Gibson's going to step off again. Just has to get into his rhythm here in the bottom of the first. Nobody out, 0-1. Another ball in there. That's going to go in for a called strike. Now 0-2. Brophy falling behind early with 2 called strikes. Gibson deals. That one's going to be off speed. Going to go in the dirt. So for ball 1, runners are going to hold. Nice job there by the catcher to hold that ball. 1-2 the count. That one's going to go high. Not as much velocity on that ball. Now 2-2.
Yeah, that was another off-speed pitch. He did not finish his pitch there. That one was left up high.
So 2-2 now. Another high fastball. So now another full count. Gibson racking up his pitch count early here in the first. Runners first, second, a chance to load up the bases here for Brophy. Gibson's going to step off again just to get back into that rhythm. Blue Wave still looking for their first hit. 3-2 now. Gibson will send that one in. He'll strike out. He'll try to double him off. And it looks like Dom Zawacki's going to get picked off there by the catcher.
Just strike him out, throw him out. That was a very close play over there at third base from our angle.
So Zawacki was already going to be in motion.
Got Mike Scott of the Darien team led the umpire here at there. Disagreed with that call there at third base.
So with one pitch, now 2 out. Cleanup hitter Merritt Hull will come up to the plate. Leo Zawacki still at second. First pitch fastball there is just going to go outside for ball 1. Big chance here for Hull with runner in scoring position. 6 hits to his name this season so far. As the Blue Wave go from no one out to 2 out early on in the first. Low pitch there, Hull will hold. And now 2-0.
If you're a Hull here, you're looking for a pitch you can drive, try to get that runner and scratch that first run across the board.
So Gibson will deal. That one's going to go on the swing. The Hull will get that 2-1. So 2-1 now to Merritt Hull. Again, Leo Zawacki still at second base. Gibson deals a fastball. That one's going to go in for a belt-high fastball. And now 2-2. Off-speed pitch is going to go in for a called strike 3. So Gibson will get his first K of the day. As the Black Knights get out of it tough early on in the bottom of the first. And they'll go back up for the bats. So Stamford getting some of that energy going over on their bench. Tyler will come back out to pitch top of the second, and we'll be right back in the DAF Media Network. And back here live from the varsity baseball field on the campus of Darien High School. So now on the top of the second, Black Knights will get up to the plate. Number 6, Brandon Vitale. Owen Tyler still on the bump for the Wave. Ball there, that one's gonna go all the way to left field. That's gonna go for a fair ball. Vitale going in the second. And he'll go in for a leadoff double on the first pitch.
Talley got that fastball up in the zone, pulled the trigger, and just drove it right down the left field line for a leadoff double. Great start for the Black Knights here in the top of the second inning.
So a huge leadoff hit here for the Black Knights. A big double to start off the top of the second. And now coming up to the plate, number 10, Benny De Gratola. So Tyler will look again. First pitch ball there. That one's going to go again over the left field. And that one will be caught over in the left field side for the first out. Looks like that was called out in left field by number 13, Jamie Buckjune for the Wave, and now one out. So still runner at second, one down. Tyler will deal. First pitch ball in there. That one's going to go for ball one. Another fastball, just trying to find his spot.
Probably going to mix it up here after 2 hard hit balls so far this inning. Get a header with the fastball, then start to establish that off-speed pitches low and away.
So another low pitch there. That one's going to be called for a ball. So 2-0 now. Two hard hit balls already by the Knights over the left field. And Tyler deals another low fastball. That one's going to go 3-0 now. So 3-0, one down. Let Knights in big spot. I wonder if he'll get the hitting sign to go. And that one's going to be, again, in the same spot low, so Tyler will deal his first walk of the day. His catcher Jack Nee will try to go talk some things out with him with runners at first and second, one down.
Come on, Jack. Let's go, Jack.
This is where Jack Nee is just going out there trying to settle him down. Just let up a walk, 2 hard pieces of contact there, 1 for an out. But just trying to get him to settle down here, get a nice ground ball. Especially with this turf. Darien team has a little bit of the advantage playing on here every day.
So one down. Runners at first and second. Black Knights getting ready to step to the plate. Tyler will deal. Looked like time will be called.
A little bit of a late time call.
He was already really in his motion, ready to go, and then the ump called time, but nevertheless, number 11, Jackson Geisler will go.
No pitch.
Hey, boys, keep it up in the dugout. Come on. All us, all us.
Looks like Mike Scott having some words, the umpires today on that one about that time call.
Yeah, another discrepancy there. That was a late time call.
So again, Geisler now to the plate. First and second, one down.
Hey, now, big spot. Let's go.
Tyler, another low fastball. That one's going to go for ball one. He's been hitting that spot a lot, those low fastballs. Has to raise that pitch up a little bit. Tyler again, that one's going to be low and in the dirt. Nee will hold that one, keeping runners from advancing.
That's a big time block there by Jack Nee. Big time block. Keeps the double play in check there with the runners staying where they are. That's not a hard one to block either on this turf. That ball just skips up real quick. On the dirt, it'll kind of die a little bit more, but this one just bounces right off real quick.
And Darien in need of a double play here. 2-0 now to Tyler. Still looking for that first strike during this at-bat. He'll send that one, and that's going to go foul, and out of play, 2-1.
Little 2 for 1 there. Ball stuck up in the net. Foul ball brings down 2. I think we'd be playing at Wrigley for a second. With that Ivy produces a second baseball out of nowhere.
So 2-1-1. Tyler, high fastball. That one's just going to miss out of the zone, so now 3-1. Hitters count here for the Knights. Big spot with 2 runners on. So Geisler, that one's going to go high. Now bases will be loaded, 1 out here in the top of the second.
Big spot here early for the Stamford Black Knights. Bases are loaded with 1 out.
So 1 down here in the second. And now the designated hitter, number 9, Avery Cromwell, will come up for the Knights.
There's a big batter for Owen Tyler there. This is the bottom of the order guy here. Top of the lineup coming up next.
And Tyler deals a fastball high for ball 1.
You want to go out and attack this guy. You need to make this guy beat you.
And now assistant coach John Maselli will go out to try to talk with Owen Tyler and Jack Nee. Try to settle some things down on the bump.
Yeah, he's just trying to get them on the same page there. Tyler's kind of a little all over the place. He's just trying to give him a breather for a second, maybe give him a point mechanically. Quick mound meeting comes to an end there. But he's also letting him know this is the bottom of the order guy. You want to attack this guy. You want to go after him.
So Cromwell up in the batter's box. Tyler will now try to deal to him 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Tyler again, high fastball. And again, the infield not necessarily playing in, but with bases loaded, they're definitely going to try to get that out at home if they can at the ground ball.
Yeah, whatever presents itself, whichever play is easiest.
So now 2-0. Tyler again sends that in for about a belt high fastball for strike 1. Big strike there for Tyler. And now ties him up 2-1. Tyler once again, low spot. Nice frame there by Nee.
Gets the call. I think that's the first one in the inner half we've seen called today.
So now 2-2. 2 strikes in a row from Tyler with the low fastballs. Spot there. That one's going to go in the dirt. Big stop up by Nee. And now another full count coming up for Owen Tyler.
3-2, bases loaded, 1 out though, so I don't think the merry-go-round of runners will start with the 1 out. More of a 2 out thing.
So now 3-2 to Owen Tyler. He deals and he gets swinging strike 3.
Big strikeout there, big comeback there, being 2-0 in the account, coming back, and 3 out of 4 strikes right there.
Big strikeout there by Tyler, his 12th strikeout of the year, or of the season, and a big one right there in a huge spot to get that 2nd out.
You still got the force at every base. Got the infielders back a little bit now. They're just going to play for the easiest base.
So the Knights are going to go back to the top of the lineup, and Tyler will deal a fastball in for strike 1. Villanueva up again for the Knights. Now 0-1. Tyler got much more comfortable with that fastball, and now that ball's popped up in between. And that's going to be picked up by Dom Zawacki, a backhand ball there. That one was in between the right fielder and second baseman, but Blue Wave get out of a big spot there with no runs. I mean, the Knights have bases loaded, 1 out, and come away with none as Darien will get back up for the bottom of the 2nd. So back here live, bottom of the 2nd. Gibson staying on the mound for the Black Knights. As the Blue Wave get out of a scary inning for the top of the 2nd, but keeping this game at bay, the 0-0, and now the junior Tyler Spellman will lead it off for the Wave. Spellman's done well at the plate all year. He's had hits in almost every single game. So Gibson will deal first pitch fastball. He's going to take that for strike one. And again, Gibson has that, like you said, three-quarter sidearm motion. Another pitch there by Gibson. That one's going to be low and scooped up by the catcher for ball one.
Yeah, the three-quarter sidearm motion there could be a little bit harder to pick up on because you don't see it every day.
Spellman with a 400 batting average. A little ground ball there to the pitcher. And that will go for the first out of the top, excuse me, for the bottom of the second.
And with that three-quarter kind of sidearm release there, sometimes you can kind of spray the ball over the place and horizontally. A little hard to control at times.
Now another junior, Teddy Smosky, will come up, lays out a bunt. Perfect bunt over to the third base side, trips up a little bit by the turf monster, and that will go for the second out. Smosky probably would have beaten that ball out if it wasn't for the trip.
Yeah, that was an ugly spill. I hope he's okay over there.
Yeah, make sure all your ankles are intact and stuff, but nevertheless, junior Taylor Campbell will come up to the plate.
The thing with the turf is that your foot catches a little bit more than dirt or grass.
So Gibson will deal an off-speed pitch for ball one. Campbell batting .280 on the season with 7 hits. 4 RBIs to his name. 1-0 fastball pitch going to be taken to now 2-0. And Campbell the starting third baseman for the Blue Wave. 2-0 now hitters count. Gibson deals, big hit there by Campbell going out to center field. And that one's going to be caught for the third out. So quick 1-2-3 inning for Gibson. And we'll go to the top of the third coming right up. And back here live on the DF Media Network. It's the top of the third inning. Coming up here from Darien High School Varsity Baseball Field. Owen Tyler still on the mound for the Wave as Stamford looks to get things going here in the third. 2 hits for their team total. Darien still looking for that lone hit.
This is a big inning here for the Stamford Black Knights. You're able to get some base runners on, get a leadoff hit last inning, but just came up short. Going to see how they try to attack here with the heart of their lineup. And then for the opposition, for the Darien side, see how if Owen Tyler can get back into a groove, see if he can start getting ahead with first pitch strikes and seeing if he can finish the batters off at the end here.
Yeah, Tyler had a couple hiccups over in that top of the second, but got back at it and kept Stamford to get no runs with bases loaded, 1 out. Now the Blue Wave again. Still looking here again. Like you said, big inning for the Knights coming up. Had a couple base runners this game, but again, big spot here for their offense. So Tyler will deal. First pitch fastball is going to go for ball 1. Another quick fastball pitch there. That one's going to be going for a called strike now, 1-1.
That one's starting to get called. See if he can establish that zone on the inner half. That's what he intended to do with his first pitch, just missed the spot.
Another little off speed. That one's going to go off the umpire. So now 2-1. Again, up to the plate for the Knights, number 23, Charlie Guinta, plays left field. Tyler will deal again, another low heat. That one's gonna be stopped up by knee. So now 3-1. So knee will go out to try to talk to Tyler. That fastball again, not hitting so far in this third. So now 3-1. Hitters count up here for Guinta. Tyler will deal. Fastball. That one's going to go in for a called strike. And now another full count coming up. Tyler's getting these guys deep in counts. A lot of full counts for the Stamford hitting. Tyler will deal again. High fastball. And now a leadoff base runner for Stamford in the third.
Yeah, he's having trouble getting ahead early in the at-bats. He's getting them to a lot of 1-0, 2-0 counts and having to fight back. It's leading to a lot of those full counts like you mentioned there, Liam.
So now number 24, Aiden O'Laughlin, will come up for the Knights. Runner at first, no one out. Tyler deals. Tried to show bunt. Knee will go all the way, but FCIAC not there. And the Knights will get their first stolen base of the day.
Yeah, that was a lack of communication there. They're from Spellman at first base there. Usually when you're the first baseman, the runner takes off. Usually shouting runner, letting your team know. And FCIAC, I don't think hurt him. Was not over there in enough time.
So now 0-1. Runner in scoring position for the Knights. Nobody out. Tyler checking in on the runner. Sends another low fastball. That one's going to go in for ball one. Now 1-1. So Tyler checking in on the right, gets a swinging strike. Looked like that might have been foul tipped into the mitt, but now 1-2.
It's a big pitch right here for the wave.
So 1-2 now, Tyler up ahead. O'Laughlin still going to look ahead, moving a little bit back in the batter's box. Checking in the runner a second, Tyler deals. Low pitch there, it's going to be called for ball two. And now 2-2. Another big pitch for Owen Tyler coming up. Tyler will deal once again. Line drive. That's going to fall for a base hit. Picked up there in left field. Runner's going to come all the way home and score. So an RBI there for O'Laughlin. And the Knights get up early 1-0. Big hit there. Saw the fastball contact. And that just fell right into the gap of center field and left field. Nice line drive base hit there by O'Laughlin.
Yeah, he went and dug that one out there and lined a nice single drive in the first run of the game.
So the third hit for the Knights today, but drives in the first run.
Got a man on first, no outs here.
Now CJ Berlingo will come up for the Knights. Still nobody out. Tyler will deal low pitch. That one's going to go for ball one. The Stamford team, again, getting that energy over on the bench side. Checking it on the runner. Spellman holding them on first. Another low pitch fastball going in for ball two.
Yeah, they're trying to set up that double play, trying to get him to hit it on the ground. Roll over, try to get a 2-for-1.
Yeah, Darien in need of a double play. Try to get out of this third inning. Tyler deals again. That one's going to go roll off foul.
Yeah, hit off his foot there. Those ones hurt. Right off the top of the foot or inner side of the foot, that's going to sting. Feel it a little bit when you're running down the line, too.
So now 2-1. Berlingo, that one's Tyler's going to check in on the runner at first base.
It's a good pickoff. They had him leaning Had him leaning quite a bit, but he just got back there.
So O'Laughlin getting a little bit of a lead over at first. Tyler will deal. That one's going to go in just a little high. And now 3-1.
Trying to go back and establish that inside half there. Wasn't getting it on that one.
So Tyler going for the pickoff. Close one there. Has a nice move from the mound, but that one will be called safe.
Yeah, you got to pay attention to him when they easily stole that base with the previous runner. Came around to score.
And gets a big swinging strike there. So now another full count. Big spot here for Tyler. Runner at first. Still nobody out. Low pitch. That one's going to go for another walk. So now first and second, nobody out. Stamford's racking up the base runners.
Like you mentioned earlier, trying to get Tyler into a rhythm. He's not found that rhythm yet.
So Nee will check in with Tyler again. Big spot here, still nobody out. Runners at first and second.
They got the first baseman up there too, playing up. Maybe guarding against the bunt.
So like you said, bunt over the first base. Spellman gets the out. That one's going to be called out. Looked like second baseman Dom Zawacki went over to cover that play. So big play there for the Wave.
Yep.
These runners are going to advance to now second and third, both in scoring position.
That's the first out, but you take that if you're Stanford Black Knights there. You got two runners in scoring position with two chances to drive them in.
So one out now for Tyler. Sends a fastball in just high. Over on the numbers for ball one. Tyler will look again. That one's going to go way out of play. Nee was looking for it, but that one's going to go out of the gate.
Yeah, backstop took that one. It's a possibility for a play, just carried a little bit over. Big spot here for the Black Knights. Blue Wave has the corners in, protecting against another bunt or run.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Ground ball there to short. That one's going to be picked up by Zawacki. Gets the force out at first base, but a run will come in. So now the Knights now lead 2-0.
Okay.
So a routine ground out for Zawacki to Spellman. And that one will go. So now 2-0 Black Knights, but 2 out. Tyler will deal again with fastball, belt high fastball. That one's going to go for strike 1.
That was good, getting ahead right there.
Haven't seen Tyler get ahead too many times early in the counts. Something's going to have to change up. That one's going to be a low pitch, stopped up by Nee. Runner's going to try to steal home, and he's going to be called safe. And Stamford now up by 3. So a ball that just got past Jack Nee. It looked like he might have had that, but just got off to his right side. And Tyler put a nice tag on it, but the runner just beat it.
Yeah, Berlinger over there at third base did a nice job, what they call a dirt ball read. Second it hits the ground, you kind of judge it for 2 seconds and take off.
So now number 1, Trevor Fuchs up to the plate. Hard ground ball to Taylor Campbell, bobbles it a little bit. Zawacki's going to take it, but that one's going to go in for a base hit, it looks like. Not sure, it might have been an error if he got it. But it looks like that's going to go be scored as an error. So the first error for the Blue Wave is Fuchs got on base. No, still 2 out for Tyler.
It's an extra out there now Tyler has to get.
So a hard pitch there for a called strike. 0-1 getting ahead once again in the count.
That one's tough too. Trying to get in that groove in the booted play there.
Tyler will deal, ground ball. That one's just gonna get in the gap. In between short and third, another base hit for the Knights. And those bats just keep on going for Stamford. So still 2 out. Stamford with another big hit. Tyler will deal. Low pitch fastball scooped up by Knee.
It's a great block holding him there at second base.
Long inning here for the Blue Wave. Still trying to get that 3rd out.
A lot of extra pitches here. He could be on a little fatigue there on the mound.
So Tyler will send that one. That's going to go up for ball 1. Excuse me, ball 2. So now 2-0.
Yep, this is his inning here. There's no one warming up over there in the pen. Just got to get that final out.
So another low fastball. That's going to go now 3-0. Runners at first and second. Owen Tyler needing a reset here. Try to keep another bases loaded opportunity for Stamford.
You got top of the lineup up next as well.
And DH Avery Cromwell up to the plate. And Avery will hold that one for strike 1. Big strike there from Owen Tyler, trying to bounce back from the 3-0 count. Tyler will deal once again. A little check swing. That one's going to go foul. And now back to full.
Little excuse me swing there from Cromwell ends up into a strike for the Blue Wave.
So Tyler looks like he's going to try to put that ball away.
That was interesting.
It almost looked like no one actually called timeout. Now the umpire, home plate umpire will call time. They're going to call a balk on that one. Not sure if even Jack Nee or Owen Tyler called time necessarily.
Don't know if he was established with the rubber there, so I don't know if that could be a balk call.
Looked like Tyler just tried to get that ball.
Ball 1.
So it's going to go as a ball. It's going to go for ball 4. And now bases loaded. Leadoff man up to the plate. Mike Scott's going to have a word with the home plate umpire about it. I mean, I'm not sure what happened. Looked like Tyler just wanted to get a new baseball to pitch, but I'm not sure if anyone on the field actually called timeout.
But I don't think he was established with the rubbers, therefore it doesn't count as a pitch. If anything, it would just be a live ball, like an overthrow, essentially. Then the runners could run at their own will, which they did not take off. So I don't know where the ball call, it's not a routine call by any means. I don't think they're going to reverse this, but we'll see.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Right now the ruling on the field is ball. I mean, it was full count, so it would have been a ball, but ends up to be ball 4. And it looks like maybe the umpires will reverse this call.
Yeah, calling Cromwell back.
Looks like Cromwell's going to go back. Maybe they'll just rule it as a dead ball or a timeout by the umpire.
Yeah. I don't think it was a pitch because he was not established with the rubber. He was on the backside of the the mound and just chucked it over. So essentially, that's just like throwing to a base by any means. You weren't establishing the pitch to home.
So Cromwell's going to go back up to the plate. Still full count, 2 outs. Runners at second and third.
No, so they are just calling it a live ball. Okay. Live ball, no runners advance. Okay.
So no runners advance. So now back to first and second. So Owen Tyler getting to have a little bit of a jam there.
Yeah.
Full count now with Avery Cromwell up to bat.
He's got to settle in now and make this pitch here. Big pitch.
Big pitch for Tyler. Full count, 2 out. Sends a fastball, line drive there by Cromwell. That's going to go for a base hit. One runner will come in to score. And Stamford player's going to get into third. Big energy coming up here as they now lead, looks like 4-0. Base hit there by number 9 hitter, the designated hitter.
It's a nightmare of an inning unraveling here.
Darien just trying to get back to the batting side of the inning, but again, still need that third out. So now top of the lineup, Villanueva coming up to the plate.
You want to keep it here at the 4 runs too.
Owen Tyler's pitch count definitely probably going up as he sends a fastball in for ball 1.
And it's just still the top of the third inning. You still have more than half the game left to go. You can slowly chip away at the 4 runs, but you kind of want to keep it here if you're the Blue Wave. 4 runs can be manageable. More, it's a little bit more difficult.
So now runners at the corners, first and third, 2 out. High fastball there from Tyler. Knee will go, but will throw it to the second baseman, Dom Zawacki. And now both runners are now in scoring position.
Yep, that base was available there for Cromwell to take. Design play coming over and cutting it off short. Seeing if you can get the runner at third base, take the bait, and go home. Did not take the bait.
So now 2-0, Tyler deals. High ball, knee will look for it. That's going to go out of play. So a foul ball, 2-1. So 2 out. Runners in scoring position for the Knights. They lead 4-0 against the Blue Wave. Long top of the third inning for Darien. They try to get out of it here with this batter. So 2-1 now. The pitch from Tyler. It's going to go another high fastball. Now 3-1.
Yeah, he's having a hard time consistently throwing in the zone. He'll get one there, but he can't repeat it.
So 3-1, 2 out. Tyler deals. That one's going to be a foul ball. So now another full count coming up. Big spot here. Maybe try to throw an off-speed pitch. He's been throwing the fastballs a lot, and they've just been either going high or low. Haven't seen too many called strikes with the fastball.
A lot of contact on it, too.
So Tyler deals. That one's going to go into dirt just past knee. Looking for a throw, just misses. Tyler picked up by Spellman. One run will come in, and they'll get the second out, but Stamford will get one as they score 5 runs in the top of the third, and Darien will get out of that chippy inning. Down 5, but coming up for the bottom of the third here on the DAF Media Network.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the Venmo QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org/donate. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media.
And back here live on the DAF Media Network. So now the 8-hole hitter, number 13, Jamie Buckjune, will come up for the Blue Wave. Senior catcher, he'll come up here playing left field today. Gibson still on the mound for the Black Knights, sends a fastball in for strike one.
It's a good sign there for the Black Knights. Gibson sitting on the bench for a little while.
So Gibson quick again with the off speed's going to go in for strike two. Just like that, Buckjune's now down 0-2.
Yep. He's getting right in that groove. He's getting ready to go, Gibson.
So Gibson going quickly. Buckjune with contact out to left field, but left fielder doesn't even have to move for out number one. So back now down. Now the pitcher, number 15, Owen Tyler, will come up to the plate. Tyler, again, not too many hitting stats to his name. Again, still batting .364, as that one's going to be a hit by pitch. So he'll go and get to first.
Not a big fan of getting your pitcher a hit, but you'll take that because you need base runners if you're the Blue Wave. Now back up to the top of the lineup here with Dom Zawacki.
So now big spot here for Dom Zawacki. Tyler at first after the hit by pitch. Pitch there by Gibson. Zawacki was showing bunt, but the off speed's going to go in for strike number one.
I find the bunt an interesting approach here, down 5. Because he's sacrificing there.
I
He's
guess,
not bunting
yeah, I
for
mean,
a
I guess
hit.
theory is just you're trying to move Tyler over. Ground ball there. Stamford trying to look for two. They get the out at second, but Zawacki will be safe at first, so that one's going to go in for a fielder's choice. Look like a 1-4-3 fielder's choice.
Yep.
So now just like that, 2 out now for the Wave. Zawacki at first base. Now his brother Leo Zawacki coming up to the plate. Batting .185 this year, but still has 5 hits to his name. No RBIs. First pitch there by Gibson's going to go in for ball number 1.
Looks like the Blue Wave have Merrill Hole warming up in the bullpen down there.
Yeah, Merritt Hull warming up in the bullpen for the Wave. Pitch there by Gibson's going to go in for a called strike. I mean, Gibson today, he's just been giving the Blue Wave a lot of strikes and basically just been getting them into these counts where they're forced to hit and put the ball in play.
After those first 2 batters, let's pick off to first base, so he's safe. After those first 2 batters, he's kind of got into a groove, found the strike zone a little bit, found his release point.
Yeah, had trouble first couple batters in that early in the bottom of the first, hit a batter and then walked a batter. Ground ball pitch going to go foul there. Now 1-2. So Gibson will deal 2 out. Off-speed pitch, that's going to go way outside for ball 2. So now 2-2-2 coming up for the junior. Dom Zawacki at first. He's going to go. Big hit there by Leo Zawacki. That's going to get through. And he'll get on to first base. Dom will advance to second.
It's the first hit there for the Blue Wave this afternoon.
So the Blue Wave get on the hit column. Leo Zawacki, big hit there. And now number 3 hitter Sean Brophy will come up. Try to keep the rally going for Darien with 2 away.
Keep it going, keep on passing the baton to the next teammate. See if you can scratch a run across. You got a lot of speed on the bases.
So first pitch there by Gibson's going to go for called strike number 1. And we saw from Brophy last time, went down 0-2 early. Had to battle back from it. Gibson with kind of a weird move there. It looked like he was looking at second base.
Yes, he was. That could be the inside move. So he's giving a little bit of a fake, trying to keep the runner true and keep him there at second base.
So now 0-2 to Brophy. Gibson's going to step off, try to hold the runners on. And that one's going to go outside for ball 1. Again, Dom Zawacki has 7 stolen bases this year, so definitely Blue Wave, if they want to advance those runners, might be getting the steal sign.
Only if they really think they can get it there. You don't want to make that third out at third base. A little bit of a baseball-ism there. Don't make the first out and don't make the third out at third base.
So Brophy will call time. Again, Gibson stepped off twice to check on the runners.
Just trying to throw off his timing a little bit. Gibson's timing.
So now 1-2 to the senior. That one's good spot there by Gibson, but that one's going to be called for a ball. So Brophy battling back from 0-2, now 2-2. Blue Wave in need of a big hit here from Brophy. Gibson's going to step off once again. He knows the threats of the Zawacki brothers out on base. The ball's put in play. Off-speed pitch there. That's going to get Brophy looking. Almost wonder if Brophy just had the take sign there, but nevertheless, off-speed pitch going in for a called strike 3. Stamford get out of it, still up 5-0. Going to the top of the 4th coming up. And back here live in the DAF Media Network. So top of the 4th inning coming up. Junior Merritt Hull will come on to the mound to replace Owen Tyler in relief. So Tyler will finish his day with 3 innings pitched, but still gave up 5 runs to this Stamford team. Merritt's going to try to hold the fort down and lock it down.
Yeah, they did a 1-for-1 switch there. So Tyler is actually out there playing right field. So his day pitching is over.
So now Merritt Hull will come up to the mound. He's only pitched 4.2 innings this season. But again, he actually hasn't even started, he's still done well this year. He's 1-1 in the win-loss column when he starts, but coming into relief, be a big spot for Hull. Try to keep this Stamford team from putting the bat on the ball.
He's going to bring a little bit more velo in here in the hole.
Yeah, Merritt definitely the fastball. Going to try to use it to his advantage.
Fastball dominant. Just throw it until they start to beat you on it. You start to hit it, start to put it in play, then you start to mix it up.
So now Hull will come up to the mound for the Wave. And the number 2 hitter for the Black Knights. As Merritt sends in the first pitch for ball 1. Number 23, Charlie Guinta, coming up to the plate for Stamford.
Got the heart of the order, the 2-3-4.
So a fastball there from Merritt. That's going to go for strike one. Definitely a lot of velocity on that fastball. Another big fastball there from Merritt. Now 1-2.
He's pounding that strike zone. He's attacking right away. That's what you need.
Big relief pitcher for the Blue Wave. Has seen some starts. Another fastball there. That one's just going to miss. So now 2-2. Big rip there. That one's just going to go foul. So still 2-2. Hole keeping up with that fastball.
Yeah, he was way late on that one. I could see him coming back here. Maybe even bringing it up the ladder a little bit. Seeing if he can chase here with the 2-2 count.
It's practically a check swing there by Gwinta. Hole again, high fastball. That one's going to go by near the head. So now 3-2. Gwinta trying to battle back. Now back to full count. And now leadoff base runner. Gwinta with the base on balls to lead off the top of the fourth. Merritt had him at 1-2, and then just a couple balls in a row with the fastball. So Stamford gets leadoff base runner. And now the 3-hole hitter, number 24, Aiden O'Laughlin, who started that third inning rally for Stamford.
It's these same two again.
So hole again. That one's just going to be checked foul. 0-1 on the count.
O'Laughlin, the 3-hitter here, had that single to drive in the first run of the game, top of the third inning.
So hole, a nice fastball spot. That's going to go. 0-2 now.
See if he can get O'Laughlin to expand the zone here. With that 0-2 count.
So Merritt will check in on the runner at first. With pickoff, he'll be safe. With the ball there, that one's going to be ripped over the shortstop. Zawacki trying to turn two. And he will be safe at first base. So 6-4-3 fielder's choice. They'll get the lead runner off at second base, but O'Laughlin will be safe at first. So first pitch swinging there for the cleanup hitter. That one's going to go 0-1.
Yeah, big swing there by Berlingo. Trying to do some damage here, extend the lead.
So runner at first. Line drive. That one's going to fall for a base hit. Go all the way to the left field. Buckjune will send it in to Zawacki. Stanford's been hitting the fastball well today on Tyler and now Merritt Hole. They got runners at first and second with one down.
We got an equipment timeout here for a second. Got one out, runners on first and second here. Big spot. Big spot for Vitale.
So now Vitale coming up for Stamford. One down, runners at first and second. Hole will dish out another fastball low for ball one. Merritt Hole again, another fastball. That one's going to go high for ball two. Has to put that pitch down a little bit, but again, Stanford's been hitting the balls in the zone all day.
It's been hard for this Darien pitchers to get into his zone with all the, or get into a groove with all the base runners on.
Yeah, not many swing and misses for Stamford today. 2-0 now the Hole. He'll send that one in. just missed outside. So now 3-0.
There is a base open, but you kind of do want to keep them off the base pass. They've been on the base pass all day in Stamford Black Knights.
The hole again. Got the swing there and 3-0. That one's going to go foul. So now 3-1. Three and one now, another foul ball. Battles back now, back to full. Couple check swings there by Vitali.
Big pitch here with full count, 1 out.
Hole with it. Line drive, just missing the glove of Zawacki. That's going to fall for a base hit. All the runners will hold as Tyler will send that one in to Jack Knee. Now bases loaded, 1 down.
If you're the Blue Wave, you're thinking, oh no, here we go again. Another bases loaded situation, 1 out. Stamford is up 5-0 here, top of the 4th. Could really open up the game right here with a big swing.
Now number 10, Benny DiGratola, coming up with bases loaded. Another bases loaded attempt here for Stamford. I think that's their 3rd today, and with only 1 down. The hole sends in a pitch. That one's just going to be low and outside for ball 1. Infielders in on this one. That one's going to be called for another ball, 2-0.
Yeah, they're protecting against the run, the whole entire infield in up on the grass there. They could possibly get a double play. They do have the bases loaded, force play.
So hole again. That one just out of the glove of Jack Nee, but that will go in for a called strike. So now 2 balls, 1 strike. Coming up for Merritt Hole on the mound.
If you're the Black Knights, you're just looking to put this ball in play any way you can. Try to get some guys moving.
So 2-1 now, Hole. Deals a nice pitch. That one's going to just miss the strike zone. So now 3-1. Darien definitely don't want to walk in a run here in the 4th. The Hole will look again. That one's going to line drive to center field for a base hit. 1 run will score. Runners will hold up. So Stamford did what they needed to do, put the ball in play. Now they lead 6-0.
And the hits just keep coming, like hard hit ball after hard hit ball for the Black Knights.
And, I mean, it's solid contact too. It's not like, you know, Darien fielders are making a lot of errors. These are just solid hits into the gap that really you can't do anything about.
Putting bat on ball, and they're finding singles all day.
Another quick one to the mound. They'll get the force out at home. Try for the double play, and Darien will. So they'll get out of the inning, just giving up 1. The Blue Wave will come up now to the bottom of the 4th, and we'll be right back.
We are DAF Media, Darien's hometown source for sports, arts, and entertainment, established in 2017. We Are Community, a volunteer-based organization that gives nearly 50 Darien high school students hands-on experience in video production. We Are Cutting Edge, a STEM initiative. Students use cameras, computers, sound equipment, and innovative software. We Are Live, streaming 120 events per year on our YouTube channel. We Are On the Stage. We Are At the Big Games. We Are On the Field. We Are In the Gym. We Are On the Move, live streaming not only in Darien, but throughout southwestern Connecticut and the tri-state area. We are making a difference. We are DAF Media.
And back here live on the DAF Media Network. So bottom of the fourth coming up for the Blue Wave. And we were just talking about Darien needs to put the bat on the ball a little bit. They need to go a little bit more earlier in the count and not getting behind with 2 strikes. So Gibson still on the mound for Stamford.
Yeah, Gibson had a really quick inning last inning. Darien needs to start to get a long inning ahead. They need to get Gibson out of a groove and get him throwing a lot of pitches.
So now the pitcher Merritt Hull will step up to the plate as Gibson deals a high fastball for ball 1.
Yeah, if you're Darien, you have the 4, 5, 6 hitters this inning.
Gibson deals. Shot there by Hull. That one's going to go way out of play. So now 1-1.
Way early on that one.
Yeah, that one just went all the way practically to his whole left out of play. Has to wait a little bit back on that one. Gibson with the off speed. That one's going to fall in for strike 2. Nice pitch there by Gibson.
Yeah, you just buckled him entirely. You got to stay in on that one.
So now 1-2. Gibson again. Hull just getting contact on that one. Still staying alive in the batter's box.
This is what this Darien team needs to do. They need to see some pitches. They need to foul off some. They need to get Gibson's pitch count up.
So still 1-2. Off speed there. Merritt just gets a little piece of that one foul. Still 1-2. So another off speed there by Gibson. That one's going to go in the dirt low. So 2-2. Two and two. Gibson with the pitch. Merritt gets a nice line drive ball.
Just foul.
And it looks like that one's just going to go foul.
Wait.
Or it might have been.
Hold on, it was caught actually. Thought it was foul at
I mean,
first.
from our view, can't really see left field, but
it was caught. He went back to the dugout.
it looked like that was caught. So, nevertheless, Tyler Spellman coming up now for the Wave with 1 away. Spellman, the lefty, with fastball there from Gibson going in for strike 1. 0-1 to Spellman. Low ball. That one looks like it's going to hit him in the foot. So the Blue Wave will get a base runner with 1 down.
He has a righty pitcher with a lefty batter. They tell you to throw that off-speed pitch. They essentially tell you to aim for the guy's back foot, like bounce it off the lefty's back foot. And, well, that's exactly what happened there hitting Spellman. Is that the third hit batsman
that
for
was
the Blue
third.
Wave?
That's the third hit by pitch for Darien.
None of it intentional, but it happens sometimes.
So that one, the high fastball for ball 1. Up to the plate, Teddy Smosky for the Wave. Smosky, one of only 2 home runs on the season for Darien, gets a little dribbler. Looked like that hit his foot.
That was a late call.
Yeah, that ball was way in play before the umpire made any call.
Smosky was staying there. He was not running.
Yeah, Smosky knew that one was right there, but still put it in play. So 1-1-1, off speed pitch. That one's going to go in for a called strike 1 and 2.
If you're Darien, you got to be able to pick up on when he's throwing the off speed. Slows down his whole motion. Arm comes all the way around. You got to be able to pick up on that.
So fastball there. That one's going to go high up near the head. So now 2 and 2. Spellman at first. Darien need to capitalize on an opportunity in the 4th. Gibson deals. Smosky puts that one in play for a base hit. Spellman will be held up at second. So 1 out base hit there by Smosky. And now Darien's got 2 base runners with Taylor Campbell coming up to the plate.
That was a good at-bat by Smosky there. And a nice swing for a single right through the hole there. That was good. That's what they needed. Now I get a little bit of a mound meeting here to settle down Gibson. Just letting him know, hey, you got 2 runners on base, 1 out. Just get your ground ball. You're up 6-0. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep pounding the strike zone. Don't give them any extra base runners for any reason.
Yeah, Stamford, I mean, they've been doing well all day, keeping Darien to no runs on the scoreboard. So Gibson's just got to keep doing what they're doing and try to get a nice ground ball.
Yeah, He got his ground ball there, but it's just hard hit through the hole. Just try to repeat it again, try to get the same thing. It's a long mound meeting.
So now Taylor Campbell coming up to the plate. Batting this year, 280. He's got 4 RBIs to his name, looking to maybe try to increase that today, as that one's going to be called outside for ball 1.
Big at bat here for the Blue Wave. One swing can get some stuff going. Score a run. Pass the baton to the next guy.
So fastball in there by Gibson. We've seen it all day. That one's going to go for a called strike. So 1-1.
He was on the outer half. He's looking for something to pull, looking for something to hit hard.
So Gibson looks in his motion. That one's going to go in the dirt. Stopped up, though, by the catcher. Now 2-1 hitters count for Taylor.
It's a good backhanded stop there by Berlingo at the back.
So a nice shot there by Taylor. That one's going to go for a base hit. Spellman hustling home with the slide. He's going to go in and will be safe and brings in the first run for the Blue Wave today. Nice RBI single there by Taylor Campbell.
Yeah, that was ball hit right in between the gap there. It was a bit of an aggressive send there by Blue Wave. Down 6, sending him home, but Spellman came in fast and scored, sliding in. Throw was a little late there.
Yeah, no tag was applied there. Spellman slid in, brings in the first run for the Blue Wave today. And now runners at the corners with 1 out. Or excuse me, just runners at first base. Taylor at first. Runners at first and second. Jamie Buckjune up, takes first called strike. So Gibson deals off speed. That one's going to go in for ball 1. Just missing his usual spot.
Gibson seems to be falling into a pattern here. Get ahead early with that fastball, get that first pitch strike, and then mix in that off-speed pitch.
So Gibson will step off. Try to hold Smosky and Campbell on the bases. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Gibson deals. Ground ball, that one's going to go foul. And now 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jamie Buckjune.
Sure, the Blue Wave are glad to have that one go foul, because that could have been an easy step on third base, throw across the diamond for a possible double play. And Gibson seems to be fatiguing a little bit out there on the mound, taking a lot of time getting back, kind of shaking his right arm a little bit.
Yeah, probably will be maybe Gibson's last inning, depending on how long this goes. Off-speed pitch there. That one's going to go behind Jamie.
Yeah,
so 2-2 now.
It's a sign of fatigue, not being able to finish your pitches there.
So Gibson there. Tries to get Buckjune swinging. That one's going to go high. So now full count. Battling back from 1-2. Now gets 3-2 with 2 runners on.
It's a big pitch right here.
Darien looking for another hit. Gibson's going to step off once again. Gibson with it. That one's going to go high. So another base on balls there, given to Darien. Now they have bases loaded for the first time today with 1 away.
It's going to bring up Owen Tyler here. Started off the game as a starting pitcher, and now he's in right field.
Tyler has 1 RBI on the season, batting around .365. And as a pitcher, a 2-way utility player. Big spot here for the senior captain. This pitch there from Gibson's going to go right near Tyler for ball 1.
And 1 swing right here can get the Darien Blue Wave team right back in the game. Bases loaded, 1 out. You're looking to hit this ball hard somewhere.
So Gibson, another pitch going to go behind Tyler. Now 2-0.
Yep.
Big hitters count for Darien. Stamford's going to call time here.
I believe that's 4 straight balls thrown by Gibson, too. Starting to labor a little bit. His first baseman comes over there, gives him a little pat on the back.
So that one's going to go in for a called strike. I think the count is 2-1. And Tyler swings at that low pitch, so now 2-2. So 2-2 now. Off speed pitch. That one's just going to get away from the catcher, but no run there by Smosky. He'll be held at third. And now count full.
Berlingo did a good job of blocking that ball and keeping that ball in front of him so you can watch that runner coming in the whole time.
So full count, 1 out. Big spot here for the Blue Wave.
Big pitch coming up here for Gibson.
Gibson with the pitch. Tyler making contact. That one's going to be stopped up by the shortstop. A run will score for the Blue Wave, and looks like everyone's going to be safe.
That's going to go down as a hit there. That was a nice diving stop by the shortstop. Throws over to third base, just a little late and wide.
So Darien getting another run this inning.
Yep.
Now 6-2 cuts Stamford's lead to just 4, and now the big leadoff Dom Zawacki coming up to the plate.
That was a good job by Tyler there, just hitting that ball hard, hitting it in play.
So Gibson deals. First pitch fastball is going to go wide for ball 1.
Yep.
Darien starting to get in their rhythm and figuring out Gibson's move and really starting to attack that ball this inning.
Yeah, they're hunting fastball.
So runners at the corners are in. Pitch there by Gibson's just going to miss his spot for ball 2.
Yep. And now he's starting to labor too, Gibson, just like we saw with Owen Tyler, not getting ahead with that first pitch strike, falling into that 1-0, 2-0 count.
And Dom will swing at that one. That's going to hit him in the batter's box. So they'll go foul, 2-1.
Yeah, that ball went straight into the ground, came up, and, well, half the population knows that one. Seems like the umpires might be giving the Blue Wave side some sort of warning. Well, Zawacki is taking all the time he needs.
So after the foul ball, now 2-1 to Dom. Again, Darien still bases loaded. Campbell at third, Buck June at second, and Tyler at first.
Got a 2-1 count here, 1 out. Like you just mentioned there, Liam, bases are loaded.
So big spot for the Blue Wave. Gibson just trying to battle back and get the final 2 outs. Gibson deals. Dom cracks a ground ball foul, and now 2-2.
It's 2 fastballs in a row, 2 that he was right on. Second one there, a little early. Interested to see if Gibson comes back here and comes back with that off speed. 2-2 count, he's got a pitch to waste.
And it looks like that's going to be a foul tip, but catcher didn't put a mid on that one, so Zawacki will stay alive, 2-2 to count.
The umpires here are getting together for what reason, I really don't know why. It was a foul tip, catcher did not hold on to it. just a foul ball. Was obviously rolling on the ground in front of home plate there.
Yeah, I mean that one. That catcher didn't put him in on that one. I mean, if he caught that, that'd be an out. But
Yeah.
so still 2-2, 1 out. Big spot for the senior captain. Gibson deals off speed pitch just outside. So now full count.
Very similar to the top of the third inning where Darien was finding themselves pitching with a full count with men on base. Gibson here finds himself in the same exact spot as Darien was in the top of the third.
So Zawacki with it. Gibson deals. That one's going to go foul. And that one's going to go foul, so still full count.
Tom Zawacki putting up a good fight here against Gibson.
So 3-2 again. Zawacki making contact. They'll get the force out at third. Campbell will come in to score. So the Blue Wave get another run, cut Stanford's lead to now just 3. So 6-3 ball game. Get the force at third, runners at first and second.
Yeah, the Stanford third baseman there was trying to figure out what to do, and didn't know if he wanted to come home and get the force out there or just get the force out at third. Decides to go third. Blue Wave scores their third
that would
run.
have probably been a close play if he tried to go home and
Yeah.
just could get the force. Gibson's going to throw back for a second base pickoff. Haven't done that all day, but checks in at Owen Tyler at second.
Little spin move there. You got 2 outs. I don't really know if you want to be doing that, but it's already been said and done.
So 0-0 count to Leo Zawacki. Off-speed pitch there by Gibson will fall in for strike number 1.
And starting to find some confidence again in that off-speed pitch there. Threw some good ones to the previous batter.
So 0-1 to Zawacki. Gibson with a pitch, a little slower. That one's going to go way outside for ball number 1. So a ball, strike, and 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Darien rallying back. Big 2-out spot for the junior. Ball there by Gibson. That one's going to go outside, 2-1. And you think, I mean, if this inning keeps going for Darien, maybe you got to check in on Gibson with his pitch count. Stuff's been pitching a lot of pitches this inning. Had a couple quick ones in the the second and third inning, but this one definitely increasing.
Again.
Checking on Tyler at second base again. That one he'll be safe.
Yeah, you get ahead in the count up with 0-1, throw 2 straight balls, picking off again. You really need to focus here at the guy up the plate.
So Gibson misses again his spot. So now 3-1. Big hitters count for Leo Zawacki.
And Gibson seems to be a little distracted here. He stepped off a lot, picked off to second base twice in this at-bat. A little flustered there out on the mound.
So Gibson deals. Zawacki with big contact. And that one's just going to go foul.
That was a fastball right in the heart of the plate. It's got another full count here. I've had a lot of those so far in this game.
So full count coming up. Gibson deals. And that one's going to go in for called strike 3. Zawacki was already heading to first base. And that one's going to go for a belt-high fastball. Gibson gets out of that one. But the Blue Waves score 3, cut Stanford's lead. We're going to the top of the 5th.
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization.
So we got a ball game here in the top of the 5th inning. 6-3 in favor of Stamford. Of course, we're watching this game on the DAF Media Network, joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. Liam Tomaszewski and Tim Bellingham. So glad to be here live from the Darien High School baseball field between the matchup between the Blue Wave and the Black Knights. Merritt Hull still on the mound for 2nd inning coming up, trying to hold Stamford to no more runs on the scoreboard. Came in for relief to Owen Tyler in the 4th. He'll send a first pitch fastball. That one's going to go down the third base line. Campbell will get that one. High throw, but Spellman will get the out at first for out number 1.
It's exactly what you wanted there. If you're Darien, went into the last half inning down 6-0, now 6-3 ball game, cut their lead in half. Get that first guy out real quick.
So now number 9 for the Black Knights coming up, Avery Cromwell, their DH. Hull sends in a big high-velocity fastball called strike number 1. So now 0-1 to Cromwell. Another low pitch. Let's see, no swing on that one. They're going to appeal to the first base umpire, and that's going to go for a called strike. So now 0-2.
Yeah, Cromwell just broke the plane there with the end of his bat.
So Hull sends a high fastball for ball number 1.
It's one of the most questionable calls in sports, the check swing, having to appeal to the umpire down either side of the field. A lot of debate.
So a ball there, so now 2-2.
If you're Hull here, you don't want to lose this guy. You want a quick inning here, want to attack the zone, top the lineups up next. Got to get this guy here.
Hull sends another pitch, and Cromwell will fan at it. So swinging strikeout there for Merritt Hull. Now 2 away here. Darien tries to battle back against Stamford.
Darien here looking for their first 1-2-3 inning so far today. Could really use it.
Yeah, they haven't had one today as Hull sends in a fastball for called strike 1. Darien starting to find strike zones, batting side and the pitching side. Definitely late in this game is going to help. Hull sends another ball. That one's going to go foul for strike 2.
He's attacking the zone right here. He's getting his pitches in. Hull's starting to get into a little bit of his zone here, top 5.
So Hull will deal once again, just making contact. That one's going to go over the third base side, foul. Still 0-2 on the pitch count. So standing back in the batter's box, low ball. Nice scoop up by Knee. Now 1-2. Hull deals again, low ball. It's now 2-2. Maybe try to get him swinging at that low fastball, but we'll have to try to get back into the zone. So 2-2-2, Hull delivers. That one's going to go foul behind the plate. Villeneuve staying alive for the Black Knights. The Hull will step off.
Just resetting himself real quick.
Hull sends in a fastball low. That one's going to go for Ball 3, so now another full count.
Don't want to give up that full count walk right here with 2 outs. That can hurt.
So a big shot there by Villeneuve, going all the way to the outfield, but that one's going to be caught by Tyler out and right. So the Blue Wave get a 1-2-3 in the 5th. Big spot here as they come back up to bat, try to cut Stamford's lead back. We'll be right back on the DAF Media Network. And back here live on the DF Media Network. So after the Blue Waves 1-2-3 in the top of the 5th, they'll come up to bat. New pitcher on the bump for the Stamford Black Knights. Number 4, Johnny Mosa will come up as Darien again still down 3, but they got 3 runs last inning, trying to rally back against Stamford. And now senior Sean Brophy will come up to the plate. Struck out last at-bat, but looking to try to put the ball in play for this at-bat in the 5th.
Yeah, if you're Darien, you're looking to get that leadoff base runner on right away. You want to immediately start some traffic on the bases and try to break up Mosa's groove out there before he gets into one.
So Brophy will step up to the plate for the Wave. Mosa deals a little bit of a different motion than Gibson, but that fastball will just go in the dirt for ball 1.
Yeah, he's more your traditional over the top, but it does seem like he's got a little bit of some short arm action to him there.
So Mosa deals again, another low fastball going in for ball 2.
Yeah, he does have short arm release. He doesn't really bring the arm back and let it get very extended. It's kind of quick right up next to his ear over the top.
So fastball in there by Mosa. First strike of the day. Gets Brophy now up 2-1. So 2-1 count Mosa. Brophy swings at a low fastball, now 2-2. That one was going right to the ground in the dirt.
He got a bit greedy on that swing there.
And wanted a piece of that one, now 2-2. Mosa deals another low ball. That one's going to just bounce before even reaching the plate. It's now full count.
It's a big pitch right here for the Blue Wave. You want to get that leadoff base runner going.
So Mosa deals, high fastball, and that one's going to go for a leadoff walk. Brophy will get on base, and now the big cleanup hitter, Merritt Hull, will come up to the plate.
Merritt Hull into pitch right now, relieving Tyler Owen. Going to try to, or Owen Tyler, I apologize, trying to help himself out here. Guy with 2 first names is a little confusing at times.
Yeah. Now Merritt Hull takes belt-eye fastball for strike 1. Brophy at first. Blue Wave trying to repeat what they did last inning, scoring 3 off Gibson. And Hull just gets a little bit of that off speed. That one's going to go out of play for a foul ball.
Now it looks like so far Mosa's a little bit slower velo than Gibson was, and Hole was a little out in front of that one with a long swing.
So Mosa trying to pick off. Brophy's looked like he wanted to go, but looked like first baseman got that one relatively quickly, so he'll be held up at first base. Still 0-2 to Hole.
Yeah, any overthrows here at this Darien High School field, that fence is pretty close, so it's going to bounce right back towards you. So it's really got to be a big carom for you to go.
So 0-2 to Hole, and goes down swinging, a little bit smaller velo, trying to adjust after Gibson. But yeah, Mosa gets first strikeout of the day and the first out in this bottom of the fifth.
There's a little bit of a hanging off-speed pitch there. Caught Hole off. Caught him off guard there, leaning on his front foot.
So now Tyler Spellman will get up to the plate. He was hit by pitch last at bat.
Ended up coming around to score the first run for the Blue Wave. Seeing if he could get on base and do the same thing again.
So that's going to be a low fastball just by the kneecaps. That one's going to be called for a ball. So Spellman up early ahead, 1-0. Brophy taking a little bit of an aggressive lead, but he'll be called safe. Mosa saw him out of the corner of his eye, threw over.
I know I'm not the umpire for this game, but that almost looked like a balk to me.
So Mosa low ball scooped up nicely by the catcher.
The Stamford team starting to get a little distracted with Brophy over there on first base, picking off. Catcher was looking to back pick.
Yeah, Brophy dancing a little bit at first, and Mosa going back over the first just to check on him, but that's what the Stanford teams been doing. They've been holding Darien runners on from stealing.
Yeah, there's a very specific detail, but Mosa's got to be careful of that back right foot. He lands on the rubber, it's going to be a balk. He's got to get off.
So Spellman swings at that one. Now it's going foul out of play. It's now 2 balls, 1 strike to the junior.
He's got to get off on that pickoff. He can't still have that right foot established with that rubber there. It's supposed to be in the dirt anywhere else.
Mosa will go on another fastball. Spellman's going to take that for strike 2. So now 2-2. Still 1 out. Brophy at first. Again, taking that lead. First baseman holding them on. Mosa's going to go once again.
You're Mosa here. You got 1 out, 2-2 count. You got to attack the hitter. That run doesn't mean too much there at first base.
So Mosa goes and gets Spellman swinging for the second out of the inning. 2 strikeouts from Mosa in a row. And now the Knights got 2 out here in the fifth. Out to the plate, Teddy Smosky. A nice single out in the gap between first and second base last inning. And Mosa sends a nice fastball in for strike 1. Mosa very consistent on his pitches. Nice down low fastballs. I mean, getting Darien a little bit caught off guard. Not as too many wild pitches. Mosa again going low again. That one's just going to go in the dirt for ball 1. 1-1, Brophy still at first. Brophy's going to go. Smosky on the swing. Down low throw there by the catcher, but Brophy will hold in sliding. So the Blue Wave steal the first base of the day.
He gets right on the base, right when the ball gets there, before the tag's applied. Successful steal, runner in scoring position here. See if the Wave can capitalize with a hit right here.
And the Blue Wave in need of a hit. Down 1-2 Smosky, as he'll take a timeout. Just try to reset a little bit. Mosa up ahead in the count. Has 2 strikeouts this inning. Mosa deals with the off speed. That one's going to go to third, scooped up as they make the routine ground out play and get Darien out of any opportunities in the fifth. So Blue Wave will go back in the field for the top of the 6th. And again, once again, try to hold Stamford. We'll be right back.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the Venmo QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org/donate. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media.
Now we are back here live from the Darien High School baseball field. So the Blue Wave don't get much offensive action in the bottom of the fifth, so they'll go back on defense for the sixth. Merritt Hole still on the rubber for the Wave, coming in for his third inning of relief.
This is a big spot here for Merrill Hole. You got the 2, 3, 4 hitters here on Stamford that have collected some hits today and wreaked some havoc on the base paths so far. So you want to get ahead and get ahead early against these guys.
So now the number 2 hole hitter coming up for Stamford. Merritt deals in a fastball going right off the mid of knee for ball 1. Number 23, Charlie Guinta, up to the plate for the Knights. Hole will deal again. Fastball in, that will catch the strike zone for strike number 1. Fastball there. Knee tried to frame that one nicely, but that will be called for a ball 2-1.
Throwing a little bit of a breaking pitch in there, a little get me over. Just didn't get enough finish on that pitch.
Another fastball from Hull. That belt high fastball will be called for a strike. So now 2-2. Trying to battle back there is Darien. Still down 3 runs. Have to hold Stamford here in the 6th. And Hull deals a low one. That one's just going to go out of the reach of knee. That'll go behind them. So now count is full. So pitch there from Hull, just getting some contact at it, but that one's going to go off of his foot, looks like.
Yeah, right on the inner side of that lead foot. That one is going to hurt. Just straight on bone there, right on your foot. Gonna feel that one each time you step with that left foot.
So 3-2 count. So Hull dealing 3-2. Line drive ball there, and that's going to fall for a base hit. So Stamford getting a leadoff base runner. Base hit there by number 23, Charlie Guinta. Now the 3-hole hitter coming up, Aiden O'Laughlin.
And that's been Stanford's game all day today. They're getting that leadoff man on base. They're starting to get guys moving around, stealing bases, some hits, some walks. Darien has had a hard time getting ahead, keeping that leadoff guy off first base.
So Hull will go for the pickoff move, and Winton will be safe at first. I think it's the first time we've seen Hull throw over the first.
Yeah, it's just letting
this
him
game.
know. Yeah, just let him know I'm here. I'm watching you. Trying to keep his lead short. Squinto was taking a decent-sized lead previously.
The Hull again will throw over. Quick there by Spellman to try to apply that tag, but Winton will be in there safe. Well, Laughlin still with the 0-0 count. Trying to go for bunt on that one. That's going to fly out of play. Stanford's trying to move the base runners over with O'Laughlin showing bunt.
Interesting tactic here. Up 3 runs, you got your 3-hitter trying to bunt. Interesting.
Hole trying to throw over again. He'll be safe on that one. So still 0-1 to O'Laughlin. Tries to lay out bunt. He will. That goes in fair territory. Knee doesn't get the throw. And now runners at first and second. So Jack Knee tried to fake the throw on that one. And that'll go off for a single, so first and second.
There's another saying in baseball, what kind of defense is there for a good bunt? There's no defense for a good bunt. That ended up just falling in right there for O'Laughlin. Instead of being a sacrifice, ends up being a hit.
So that's going to fall in. Bell-eye fastball to the cleanup hitter. So now 0-1. Still nobody out here with runners at first and second. And he's going to call time. Hole was just about in his rotation. But number 19, C.J. Berlingo, called time on that one, down 0-1.
Big at-bat here for the Black Knights.
Low fastball in there by Hole, just misses his spot. Now back up to 1-1.
Got your 4-hitter here. You got no outs. Runners on first and second. Could really extend their lead right here if you get to hold a 1.
So ground ball there. That's just going to go foul for Berlingo. So now pitchers count 1-2. Darien in need of a big first out here to try to hold Stamford. And that one's going to be popped up deep out to center. That one's going to be caught by Smosky in center field, so the Blue Wave will get the first out. Berlingo will fly out, so runners staying at their bases.
It's a good first out there. Big out to get there against the 4-hitter.
So now the 5-hole hitter coming up for Stamford. Hole deals a high fastball, high heat, will go for ball 1.
Trying to establish that, see if he'll chase.
Number 6, Brandon Vitale up to the plate. Plays shortstop for Stamford. 1-0 now the Hole. Deals that one, ground ball to third base. Picked up by Campbell, gets the force out at third. Tough throw over to first, but that'll be a fielder's choice and gets the force at third. So still first and second for Stamford, but now 2 away.
Yeah, he gets the sure out there at third base, steps on the base, getting the lead guy, keeping the force going, and just missed the throw over there at first base. I think even a good throw to first base, I think he's still safe there. But nonetheless, you got 2 outs. Got to try to get this final out any way you can.
So 2 outs coming up, fastball in, just missing the spot, ball 1. And Hole will just step off, check in on the runner at second. So a foul ball there. That one's going to go out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Darien looking to get out of this inning. So Hole's still looking again. Checking in at the runner at second. Throws that one in. High heat. That one's going to go for another ball. So now 2 balls, 1 strike.
Hull's got to find a way to settle in right here. I know he just picked off the second base, trying to keep him there. But that guy doesn't mean anything right now. You got to attack the guy at the plate.
So fastball in for a called strike. Big called strike there for Hull. And now 2-2-2 coming up for Darien. Hull deals. That one's going to be high. Knee with the pickoff over the third base. And it looks like the runner will be safe.
It looks like
So
Campbell had trouble handling that ball over there at third. I think he got a glove on it, but he wasn't able to apply a tag.
So Stamford will steal a base right there.
Interesting that the guy on first base didn't steal either. It was only a single steal.
Runner goes, and that one's going to be fouled out of play. Yeah, definitely probably a communication error there. Probably should have gone when Knee threw over to third.
Yeah, because that throw is going to come to third most likely. Should have been applying the double steal right there.
So runner goes again. Deep fly ball out to right. Tyler right in his place, though. And that will go for the third out of the inning. So Blue Wave survive another inning of Stamford hitting, but they'll come up in the bottom of the sixth, try to add some more insult to injury.
We are DAF Media, Darien's hometown source for sports, arts, and entertainment, established in 2017. We are Community, a volunteer-based organization that gives nearly 50 Darien high school students hands-on experience in video production. We are Cutting Edge, a STEM initiative. Students use cameras, computers, sound equipment, and innovative software. We are Live, streaming 120 events per year on our YouTube channel. We are On the Stage. We are At the Big Games. We are On the Field. We are In the Gym. We are On the Move, live streaming not only in Darien, but throughout southwestern Connecticut and the tri-state area. We are making a difference. We are DAF Media.
So back here live in the DF Media Network, bottom of the sixth coming up. Number 22, Taylor Campbell leading it off for the Wave with Mosa still on the bump for Stamford.
6-3 score here, bottom of the sixth.
So Campbell gets first pitch, foul ball. Looks like over in the Darien bullpen, number 4, Tyler Spellman is warming up over there, but Darien still trying to put some runs up and make Stamford uncomfortable. So Mosa deals low ball in the dirt for ball 1.
Darien has the 7, 8, 9 hitters here coming up this inning.
So another low ball there by Mosa. Taylor up now and heading the count 2-1.
Yeah, and if you're Taylor Campbell here, you're not trying to be too aggressive. You're trying to find any way you can to get on base.
Another low ball. Takes 3 pitches in a row, all low fastballs. And now way ahead in the count, 3-1.
If he's going to give you a pitch in your zone, then you take a good swing at it. If not, you can afford to take a pitch here.
Another low ball. 4 balls in a row to most for Mosa. And now Campbell gets on base, leadoff walk for Darien.
That's exactly what they needed there, getting that first guy on base. All starts with 1. You got to get him there and just keep moving the line. Next guy up.
So now Jamie Buck Jr. coming up for the Wave. Campbell, the leadoff base runner for Darien. Mosa, 4 balls in a row. Sends that one in for a belt-eye fastball for strike one. Mimosa checks in on Campbell over at first.
Trying to keep that double play in check, try to keep him there at first base.
And another fastball in there for strike two. So Buckjune quickly behind 0-2. Mosa once again, off-speed pitch, just missed the spot. So now
Yeah,
1-2.
Just slow there. Hey, if you're going to miss, that's where you want to miss. You want to miss down.
So 1-2 to Jamie Buckjune. That one's going to be way in the dirt. Campbell, no need for a slide as he takes a base in that one from the wild pitch.
It's pretty easy there. It's a passed ball read as that one was lawn dart due to the turf. Bounced way over everyone into the backstop. Pretty easy advance there for Campbell.
So after wild pitch pass ball there, that one's Darien's going to get a runner in scoring position. Mosa deals once again, and that one's going to be called for strike three. Buckjune looked at it. That one may be a little bit outside, but that one's going to be called for strike three, first out of the inning. And now Owen Tyler will step up to the plate for the Wave.
Got the 9-hitter here. Owen Tyler up.
Now Tyler up. That one's going to be going for a called strike, so 0-1 to Owen.
Yeah, now if I'm the Blue Wave here, I got to come out swinging. Because Mosa's throwing them in the zone pretty much every other pitch. He's hitting his spot.
Campbell with the lead at second base. Another fastball in. That one's just going to miss the zone, so 1-1.
Very least looking to put a ball in play on the right side. Situational hitting. Get him over to third base.
Huge gap over on the right side, too. Second baseman playing right near the second base. As Tyler sends a ground ball, second baseman right there, bobbles it a little bit. Makes the clean throw, though, but that one will go for the second out of the inning, but Campbell will move over to third.
Just like I said, hit over there to the right side, and then as you mentioned, there was a big hole there because the second baseman was holding on Campbell there at second. Just got back into position to have that ball essentially catch him at the spot that he was at. Knocks it down, throws a decent throw over to first base, gets the second out.
Yeah, that ball needed to be a little bit more over to the right to try to get in the hole. Zwacky trying to show bunt, but that one will fall in for a called strike.
Yeah. It's a squeeze play right there, coming in with the bunt to try to score the runner. Shows bunt for a hit, runner comes in to try to score.
So Mosa again. Stamford tried to frame it, but that one will fall in for ball one.
Someone with Sawecki's speed here. You put a ball on the ground, you got to be quick as an infielder. So he's going to be barreling down that line.
And the infielders playing a little bit back, but that one's going to fall in for ball two.
Oh yeah, they're going to play back 2 outs. Just got to get that out at first base any way that they can.
So a high pitch there from Mosa. It's now 3-1. Hitters count for Dom Zawacki. Darien in need of a base hit. Try to drive in that run for that third base.
This one's got to be there for Zawacki if he's going to swing.
So Mosa, Zawacki swings. That one going out to right field, but they'll make the routine catch out there. So one more inning left to go. The 7th coming up here from the Darien High School varsity baseball field.
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization.
And back here live for the 7th inning here in the Darien High School varsity baseball field. Merritt Hole will stay on the mound for the Blue Wave. Coming in for another inning of relief, and all they got to do is hold Stamford here. They'll still have the bottom of the 7th to try to get this game back, but for right now they just got to worry about the batters at the plate.
And I wonder here how short the leash is for Merritt Hole. They did have a guy warming up in the bullpen the previous half inning while they were hitting.
Well, it's probably not. I mean, if they want to, so I was going to go in for a called strike. I mean, for Merritt, it's got to be, I mean, if he's going to want to pitch another day for the next game, you probably want to hold him. I mean, his pitch count's definitely gone up a lot since coming in for Owen Tyler. But
I believe their next game isn't until Monday, so they have the weekend off.
that one's going to go in low for a ball, so 1-1 the count. Or it looked like the umpire might have changed call on that one, the appeal, so now 0-2.
So like I said, I wonder if Black Knights get a man or two on base, if that'll be it for Merritt Hole's day on the mound.
Merritt Hole in need of a strikeout or two, as that one's just going to go right low to knee, and now 1-2. So a line drive shot there. That one's going to fall for a base hit. Trying to go for extra bases is Stamford. He's going to stand up and get a nice double. Big hit there by the Black Knights.
It's another tough one there for Darien. Another leadoff base runner, and also is a 1-2 count too. Pitching ahead with that 1-2 count. That one stings there.
And number 1, Travis Fuchs, the second baseman, puts that one up for a double. And it looks like that might be it for Merritt Hole's day.
He's actually just going out for mound meeting. There's the pitching coach, John McChelly. He's going out, probably trying to set up his defense, giving Hole just a second to regroup, try to get an out or two here.
So Darien will look to try to reset after the leadoff double.
And it looks like we have a pinch hitter here. We have Chris Cupo in to hit.
Yeah, Cupo looks to be pinch hitting for maybe number 11, Jackson Geisler. Hole with a fastball is going to lay out a bunt. Campbell's going to have to go a heavy up throw, and that one is going to be safe at first base.
That's another really good bunt laid down by the Stamford Black Knights there. Third baseman was back because he had the runner on second. So that ball is the pitcher's ball on this side of the field. The other side of the field is the first baseman's ball.
Darien tried to get a hurry-up play, but a big bunt there by Stamford. Now they have runners at the corners.
Yep.
And nobody out.
And that keeps working for Stamford because Hole's just kind of staying back on his domain on the mound. He's not attacking and coming and getting that ball.
So first pitch pass ball swinging there by Cromwell. That's going to go for strike number 1. Darien in need of a first out here, big first out.
That second base is available. With the infield up, they can go ahead and just steal that second base. It's going to be hard for them to get back in position to apply a tag.
So a low pitch there. That's going to go for ball 1.
Surprised Kupo over there at first base hasn't taken second base already. Can hear over to our left, Stamford dugouts saying go.
So that's going to go in for a called strike, and Kupo will take second base on defensive indifference.
Yep.
Getting all the infielders in. Campbell, Zawacki, and Spellman all at the tips of the grass. Or I guess tips of the turf, but Hole will send that one in, so a called strike 3 for Cromwell. Gets a big backwards K, and now 1 out for Darien.
Tough day for Cromwell there. Last 2 at-bats going down with Ks. Darien is still in a bit of a tough spot here. You got runners in second and third. Just got the first out of the inning there. And then we're back up to the top of the lineup yet again for the Black Knights.
Yeah, so top of the lineup for Stamford. Hole delivers fastball, but swung there by Villeneuve, and that one's just going to go out of play, so 0-1.
If you're Hole here, you're trying to get this out yourself. Any ball in play for the most part, probably going to score that run.
So swing and a miss there. So now 0-2. Hole up on the batter, the leadoff batter for Stamford. Big spot here for Darien to try to get the second out of this inning.
I'm not wasting a pitch here.
Trying to go upstairs, maybe try to get him swinging, but he'll hold, and now 1-2.
He's trying to either get a swing and also just change his eye level. Last 2 pitches were kind of middle of the belt or down. He's trying to get him to look up a little bit to maybe set up his next pitch.
The batter will call timeout now and just try to, again, reset, figure out where the next pitch is going to come from. Still 1-2. Hole coming up with a big pitch. Villeneuve just gets contact on that one late, so still 1-2, but fouls that one off.
Yes, he's finishing his swing there. He's pulling his head out, kind of pulling off from the baseball, which will kind of cause your bat to pull down, which will be like fly balls. And be hitting underneath it instead of hitting on top or hitting through it.
So catcher Jack Nee's going to go out and talk with Merritt and try to figure out how to get this leadoff batter out. So 1-2, Darien looking for a big spot. Hole with the fastball, gets him looking, strike 3. Big K there from Merritt. Hole is second of the inning. And now Darien has 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
An emphatic strike 3 called by the umpire, and the batter throws his bat down in disgust.
So still runners at second and third, 2 out now. Darien in a much better spot with number 23, Charlie Guinta coming up to bat.
Yep, and Blue Waves got their infield back again.
Hole with an off-speed pitch, that falls in for strike 1.
Just playing to get that last out at first base here.
So Hole again, inside heat, low and inside heat. That's going to go for ball number 1. So now 1-1, 2 out. Merritt again finding that spot with the fastball. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Looks like Keith's kind of had that take on that outside pitch. Like he doesn't want to offer at it unless there's 2 strikes. He's looking for something on that inner half. He's trying to pull it.
So now 1 and 2. Off speed. That one's just going to miss near the belt side. So now 2 and 2. So hole once again. And he'll get him looking. Another strikeout from Merritt. Huge inning for the Blue Wave as they look. Try to get some hits in their bottom of the 7th. They hold Stamford, still down 3, but need some hits here for their last inning.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the Venmo QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org/donate. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media.
So back here live on the DAF Media Network. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up for the Blue Wave, and leading off number 2 Leo Zawacki for the Blue Wave. A huge spot.
And still on the mound there for the Black Knights is Johnny Mosa trying to close this one out. Bottom of the 7th, 6-3, Stamford is up.
So yeah, so Mosa looking to close this game out for a win for Stamford. Darien just trying to hold on. As Mosa's first pitch is going to go low for ball number 1.
And if you're Darien right now, you're taking until you get a strike. Going to see some pitches.
And again, like you just said, that one's going to go outside for ball 2.
Yep, there's no point to swing early, swing into an out. You want to see some pitches. You want to kind of get Mosa out of his groove.
So another pitch from Mosa. That one's going to be high.
I think
Looked
that
like
hit him.
might have hit him.
Yep.
Didn't really see any contact that one, but Darien gets a leadoff base runner. Leo Zawacki, and now it's senior Sean Brophy coming up to the plate.
I think that was one where it kind of skimmed the jersey, blowing in the wind there. It was up and in, though. Good to see it not hit him up there, because that could be dangerous. So leadoff base runner, exactly what Darien Blue Wave needed.
So Brophy swinging at 0-0. That one goes foul, now 0-1.
A little surprised to see him swinging there right out the gate. Just 3 pitches, a hit by pitch. Has not found the zone yet this inning.
So another pitch. That one's going to be low and inside. Go in for ball 1.
Brophy's looking to drive one here, trying to avoid the double play at any cost. He's looking to get his team going.
Darien in need of making some noise. Mosa deals. That one's going to be high and away. So now 2-1.
You're Brophy here. You're in the driver's seat. You got to look for your pitch, and you got to hit it hard. If it's not there, let it go.
So Zawacki will go, throw down. Zawacki's going to be safe at second. Quick throw there by the catcher, but Darien gets a runner in scoring position.
Zawacki's just too dang fast. You're not getting him there. He beat the ball to the base there. Even a perfect throw, and he's still there.
So now Brophy up ahead in the count, 3-1.
Got a shoe tying timeout there from Mosa. Looks like he's back.
Just put the bat on the ball here in a big spot.
At the very least, you want to get him over to third, but you're trying to hit it right side of the field.
So now 3-1. Mosa delivers. Foul ball there by Brophy. So now a big full count coming up for the Wave. Stamford just looking for that big first out.
Brophy's got to shorten up his swing here. That swing was quite large. Just got to put the ball in play here.
So Mosa delivers. Brophy again. That one's going to go out of play. Protecting the plate well with 3 foul balls, but just needs to try to send one into fair territory.
Making him work. That's what you got to do. Another full count.
So a full count coming up for Brophy. Nobody out. Mosa ground ball, and Blue Wave get another base runner. Good at bat there by Sean Brophy. Looks like he's going to be giving a mound visit for Johnny Mosa.
We got no outs here. You have a hit by a pitch. You have a full count walk. And Darien's got the tying run coming up to the plate in Merritt Hole, the number 4 hitter.
So you got the cleanup hitter coming up for the Blue Wave. Runners at first and second. Huge spot for Darien. Nobody out.
You got to be patient here if you're Hole, but the second you get that pitch to drive, you better let it rip and hit it somewhere.
So again, the mound visit. Mosa will stay up there. Nobody out. Leo Zawacki at second base. Sean Brophy at first base. Now the pitcher Merritt Hall will step up to the plate with 2 men on. So now 0-0. Mosa, low fastball. That's going to get past the catcher. And the runners are going to advance now, both in scoring position.
That was huge for the Blue Wave. Takes them out of the double play situation. A hit drives in 2 runs right here. That was very big for them. And ball 1 for Merritt Hole.
So now 1-0. Pitch there from Mosa, just trying to find a strike zone. He will. Hole will go down swinging. So now 1-1. Mosa looking to deliver again. That one's going to be low, missing the spot. Now 2-1. Mosa just need to climb back and hit that strike zone. Yeah, Mosa delivers another low one.
Mosa getting a little frustrated there. Just punched his glove.
Darien making some noise here. 3-1 now. All they need is 3 outs to close this game, but Darien getting energetic over on the dugout side.
It's definitely gotten a lot louder in here from the home crowd.
Mosa deals, line drive shot there by Hole.
It goes past him.
Ball for a base hit.
Dives out there for the left fielder, goes past him, goes all the way to the fence.
Zawacki scores, Brophy scores. Hole's gonna slide in for a triple. First triple of the year for the Blue Wave. And they've cut this game to now just a 1-run deficit.
Just like that, the tying run is on third base. Was a good attempt out there by the left fielder. Dove head first, missed it. Ball bounces past him on this turf, rolls all the way to the wall. Big hit.
Huge shot there by Merritt Hole.
Looks like the Black Knights are taking Mosa out of this ball game.
So Mosa's day will end right there. 6-5 your score. We're going to get a pitching change coming up here, and we'll be right back in the DAF Media Network.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the Venmo QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org/donate. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media.
All right, welcome back here at DAF Media stream. We got the Stamford Black Knights up against the Darien Blue Wave. We just got a new pitching change here. We got Benny DeGrolata in pitching for the Black Knights. Was the third baseman before this. It's currently a 6-5 ball game due to a 2 RBI triple by Merritt Hull into left field. There's no outs right now. Ball one. Ball one in there to Tyler Spellman.
So 1 ball, no strikes to Tyler Spellman. Might see a squeeze play here coming up. And that one's going to fall in for a low strike. So now count 1-1.
I think the squeeze play was they would have it into play if the fielders were back a little bit more. But here with Spellman, lefty, you're just trying to get him to pull it.
That one's going to go high just above the belt. 2-1 now.
And you got 0 outs. Trying to just hit it any way you can. And if you're DeGrolata here, you're thrown into a tough position. No outs, tying run on third. It's got to come in there throwing strikes.
So 2-1 now. Spellman lays that one on the ground. Looking for a play. They get the force at first. And Hull will hold at third base.
Yeah, they played that well. That would have been a tough one for Hull to score on unless he was going right with contact. But you have some outs to work with there. You play it smart. You see if the next man up can drive you in.
So now Teddy Smosky up for the Wave. Now at 1 out.
Another lefty batter just trying to put it in play.
Smosky nails one all the way to the near the Stamford dugout side. So 0-1 after line drive foul ball.
There was a laser coming right at us.
So now 0-1 to Teddy Smosky. DeGrolata goes, squeezes it. That's going to be foul. Hull was right there about to steal home.
That was a squeeze play.
So it looks like
Okay. So there's a suicide squeeze play coming in there. It's not just a regular squeeze because Merritt was breaking towards home. So you have to get the bunt down. When he's charging towards home, that is a suicide squeeze play. And he ends up bunting it, lands in fair, eventually it's touched and foul.
So Smosky pops that one up. That's going to go foul. And out of the play, still 0-2. Again, Darien's got to figure out a way to get Merritt Hull home.
Got to figure out a way to put this ball in play, I think. Unless this is lined at the shortstop or the third baseman, I could see him running here.
All you need to do is really put the ball in play, and Smosky grounds it to the shortstop. Doesn't throw home, but gets the out at first, and we have a tied ball game at 6.
There it is. Gets the ball in play. A high chopper. Shortstop had to kind of jump to collect himself. That's all the time Hole needs. Each time that ball is in the air, he's just running. It's more footsteps towards home. Gets the out there. Tie ball game.
So now Taylor Campbell coming up for the Wave. Has an RBI today as he takes first pitch high fastball for ball 1.
So if you're the Blue Wave here, you did what you had to do. Tied the game up. Now you're just treating this like the beginning of the inning again, trying to get more guys on base.
So Taylor takes another ball. That one's just going to be a little low. 2-0 now.
Yeah, you're trying to see pitches here if you're Campbell. Up 2-0. The pressure is on Stamford now. Just let him throw you the pitch you want to see.
And Taylor rips the ball right to the shortstop. So that one will be caught, but Black Knights give up 3. Looks like we'll be going to extra innings here from the Darien High School varsity baseball field. And back here live on the DAF Media Network, so 6 innings doesn't count it for this game. We're going to extra innings. Stamford will lead it off for the top of the 8th. Merritt Hole still on the mound for Blue Wave, almost pretty much like a starter. I think this is 4th or 5th inning of relief for the Blue Wave. So Hole will send that one in low for ball 1. Again, for Stamford, number 24, Aiden O'Laughlin coming up to the plate. And Hole will send that one low once again, now 2-0. Stamford laying off probably until they see the first strike. So 2-0, Hole deals. That one will fall in for strike number 1. And Hole again, contact there. That one's going to be picked up by Zawacki. Long throw over to the first baseman, but that's a huge play. Huge out there by the Blue Wave as they get one down early on. Again, not like the MLB where you have to deal with that runner at second base to start extra innings. Now it's just a clean slate, nobody on base. So Hole gets the first out of the inning. Ground out Zawacki to Spellman. 6-3 out.
That was a nice play over there in the hole. He had to range all the way to his right, plant that back foot, and make a strong throw over to first base. Not an easy play.
And Hole sends another fastball in for called strike. Strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out for the Blue Wave. Another ball there, belt eye fastball. That's going to go in for a called strike. Big call there for Darien as now they get ahead in the count 1-2.
Yeah, Berlingo wanted to offer at that one, but couldn't pull the trigger.
Hole deals again with the heat.
He's getting some momentum. He's getting ready to go.
Another strikeout there for Merritt Hole. And now the Blue Wave have 2 down. Stamford still looking for another base runner in this 8th inning.
The 2, 3, 4 hitters starting to get mowed down here by Merritt Hole. Get into a rhythm.
Hole again with the fastball. That one's going to be low. Nee tried to frame that one, but that will go for ball number 1. And Merritt will try to send that one. That one's going to go a little high. Ball number 2. And Jack Nee will go out and talk to Merritt Hole, figure out what pitch to throw. His fastballs have been hitting, and they've been getting the batter swinging, so you got to keep going with that.
Come on, Brandon. Let's go, B.
So Hole again deals down low. That one's just going to miss now, 3-0. And Hole will send that one in. That's going to go for ball number 4. So Stamford gets a base runner with 2 down in the 8th.
Go ahead run there on first base for the Black Knights.
Hole will deal again. Pop fly.
Way high.
That one's going deep out to Tyler out in right field, but he'll make the catch. So the Blue Wave get out of that one in the 8th. Now they just have to put the bat on the ball here for this bottom of the 8th for extra innings, and we'll be right back.
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization.
So biggest inning of the game for the Blue Wave, tied at 6 apiece. Senior Jamie Buckjune coming up to the plate for the bottom of the 8th inning in extras.
Darien trying to win it here, starting with Jamie Buckjune, their 8-hitter, going to Owen Tyler, their 9-hitter, and back up to the top of the lineup with Dom Zawecki.
So Jamie swings a first pitch fastball, now 0-1.
Jamie trying to win the game with that swing right there.
That was a big swing for, an 0-0 pitch. Now falling behind 0-1. Off speed, that one's going to go into a belt high strike, now 0-2.
That one just dropped right in there. On a front door pitch. Looks like it's coming from behind you.
Another off speed, just missing the spot. So now 1 and 2.
Tries it again, tries a little off the plate, just missed there. If you're the Blue Wave, you're trying to do anything you can to get the winning run on base.
And Jamie Pop flies that one out and fouled ground, so still staying alive at the plate. Another off-speed pitch.
Just off.
Umpire's going to call a ball, and now it's now 2 and 2. Really close calls right there for Jamie not to at least just try to put some contact on it, but nevertheless, 2 balls, 2 strikes. DeGrolata will go, but that one's going to be in for ball 3. Nice at bat here for Buck June.
And we find ourselves in another full count.
Yeah, a lot of full counts in this game. I mean, we've been almost here for I think about 3 hours now. 2 hours, 45 minutes duration of this game so far. And that one's going to go outside, so a leadoff walk. Buck June gets on base, and like you said, that's what Darien needs to do. Put guys on base, get things moving.
That was a great at-bat, working back from being 1 and 2, looking like the at-bat was going to go against Buck June, but that was good. Looks like we might be getting a pinch runner situation over there for Buck June at first base. Nothing has happened. Oh, yes, they have switched.
Yeah, looks like pinch runner is going to go out there. Looks like that's what it is. Might be number 20, Ryan Leahy, I think, is out there for the Wave. But nevertheless, Owen Tyler will now step out.
All right, leadoff man on base. You have third baseman in for the Black Knights all the way in playing for bunt. Tyler showing bunt.
So Tyler showing bunt. He's going to lay that one down with the speed. He'll be thrown out at first base, but Leahy will move to second as a pinch runner. So the Blue Wave now with 1 down. And Dom Zawacki coming to the plate.
That was a good play by the catcher, Berlingo. Coming up, communicating with his team. I got it. Throws a nice strike over to first base and just gets the speedy Tyler by half a step or a step. But nonetheless, they got the go-ahead run on second base. Single should win it here for the Darien Blue Wave.
A huge gap over on that right side between first and second base. Just poke it there. Yeah, base hit. Pretty much will score that run and win the game for Darien.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see another bunt right here.
So no bunt there, but that's going to go in for a called strike.
In order for it to be a bunt, it would probably be a bunt for a hit, and he would have to hit it. Tried it like in between that hole there at second base, first and second.
Darien just needs to put the ball in play. Definitely can't strike out in a situation like this.
Yeah, you got to move the runner over by the very least.
Pitch in there. Zawacki's going to take it. So ball 1-1.
Seems as if the zone has gotten a little smaller as the game's been going on. I know Zawacki is not the tallest of guys, but seems like a tight zone there.
So DeGrolata checks in on the runner. That one's going to be low.
Big block by Berlingo right there, keeping him at second base. Leahy's not getting too big of a lead over there. When the pitch was coming, he actually took a stride back to the base.
So another pitch coming up. Dom will check swing, but that's going to be in for a called strike anyways. So 2-2 now with 1 away.
Two count. He's got to put this ball in play here. You got to do something.
So ball low. And Dom's going to first base, but
Dom's a little confused.
maybe he thought he heard from the dugout that it was full count already, but now it's full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes coming up for the senior captain.
His brother Leo up on deck.
So 3-2-1 out. Pitch there low. Dom pops this one up deep. Leahy looking to tag. That one's going to be caught by the center fielder, it looked like. Maybe trying to double him off, but he'll be safe at second.
That was interesting that the right fielder who has the better angle, whose momentum is coming in towards second base, got called off at the last second with the center fielder cutting across. The catch was made, but it's very interesting because it makes for an awkward throw back to first.
It looks like Leo Zawacki. Looks like they're going to intentionally walk Zawacki. So now they'll deal with Sean Brophy. 2 runners on.
Yeah, if you're Brophy here, I don't know if you want to take offense to that they want to face you, the 3-hitter, instead of the 2-hitter.
Interesting move there. Ball's going to be down low.
But sometimes these situations can come back to bite another team. Then again, Zawacki at first base, his run does not mean anything. The winning run on second base is the one.
And he'll swing at that one. So that one's going to go now 1-1-2.
Runner at second, still with a pretty small lead.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Off speed pitch goes in for a called strike number 2. So now Sean behind now, 1-2.
A hit here could win it. A strike here could send us to the 9th.
De La Grada with the pitch, and Brophy strikes out on the off speed. So 8 innings not enough. We're going to the 9th here in the Darien High School varsity baseball field. So top of the 9th coming up. Darien High School varsity baseball field. Merritt Hole still on the bump for the Wave. And I wonder, how many extra innings would you play? Tim, you were on this team a couple years ago. Do you ever have like a long extra innings game?
No more than like an inning or 2 for the most part.
So pop up there, caught by Dom Zawacki on the first pitch. So 1 out all right off the bat.
I remember years ago, my freshman year, we were playing up in Wilton, and they had the lights going, and we got into, I think, like a second extra inning game similar to this one, but that game started at 6 o'clock, so it was already 9:30, and the lights ended up turning off on us.
So high ball there by Merritt Hole. Ball number 1.
And that game never finished. We just ended with like a 2-2 tie.
So another low heat there from Hole. Strike one, 1-1 on the count.
We're fortunate enough this was an earlier game today, too.
Yeah, 12 o'clock game over April break, and the Beldye fastball in for strike number 2. Hole still pounding the zone hard. Foul tip right there. But that one's just going to go out of play. Looked like Nee made some sort of a catch on that one, but still 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Hole deals. That one's going to be high, 2-2 now. Another ball there, right, and that's going to go for called strike 3. Another K there by Merritt Hole.
Froze him.
So now 2 out here in the 9th. Cromwell coming up to bat. Again, as that designated hitter for Stamford. And he keeps pounding the zone with the fastball. Hasn't let up the velocity yet, and he's been in the game for almost, I think, 6 innings now, or 5 innings.
Seems like the Black Knights are starting to become selective up there at the plate, too. Taking a lot of called strikes.
So now 1 ball, 1 strike to Cromwell. Merritt deals an off speed. That's going to go in the zone. Now 1-2. Good pitch there by Merritt. I mean, you look at, Stamford 12 hits on the day, Darien with only 5. And this game's still tied. So high heat there from Merritt, just missing the top of the zone. Now we're going for ball number 2.
And Stamford has considerably more hits, but they do have a lot of men left on base.
Hole, another ball, grounder. Campbell will pick that one up right to Spellman,
Nice.
and that will go for the 3rd out. So quick 1-2-3 inning for the Blue Wave as they look to try to end this game in the bottom of the 9th, and we'll be right back.
We are DAF Media, Darien's hometown source for sports, arts, and entertainment, established in 2017. We are Community, a volunteer-based organization that gives nearly 50 Darien High School students hands-on experience in video production. We are Cutting Edge, a STEM initiative. Students use cameras, computers, sound equipment, and innovative software. We are Live, streaming 120 events per year on our YouTube channel. We are On the Stage. We are At the Big Games. We are On the Field. We are In the Gym. We are On the Move, live streaming not only in Darien, but throughout southwestern Connecticut and the tri-state area. We are making a difference. We are DAF Media.
Back here live on the DAF Media Network. It's had a good day on the mound so far today, and now Merritt Hole coming up to the plate in the cleanup spot for the Blue Wave. And so far, 9 innings of baseball here from the varsity field as DeGrulata sends in an off-speed pitch for strike number 1.
DeGrulata gets right back into his groove there. First pitch, off-speed, strike.
Another off-speed pitch in the zone, but that will fall for ball number 1.
I know it's the 4-hitter, but if you're Hole, do you want to take that off-speed pitch off the bat, just get the winning run on base?
Low fastball there. Darien, they've done what they've held this pitcher, and then, of course, the last pitcher as well, just being a little bit more conservative up at the plate, not swinging as much and trying to draw some walks.
Yeah, they're kind of waiting till they see their pitch. They're kind of just allowing the other pitchers to just throw whatever and seeing if they can pick out what they like.
And Hull swings at that one. That's going to go out of play. So now caught back up to 2-2.
And last time up, Hull had the big triple, 2 RBI triple. Last time to draw them within 1, looking to get another big hit again here, bottom 9.
Yeah, keeping Darien in this game. That triple, an off-speed pitch, that'll hit Hull. He'll get on base. Another hit by pitch for this Darien team this game. I think that's 4 or 5, but
I think that's number 5.
another leadoff base runner here for the Blue Wave. They had one in the 8th. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised. Maybe you go be aggressive, try to send him.
It's definitely another bunt situation, but we'll see. That's a quick pitch.
Spellman lays off a bunt, goes all the way to first base side, underhands it, gets the force out at first base, and moves Hull to second.
Good bunt there. Quick pitch by DeGrolata, but no call.
So again, similar to that 8th inning, Darien has the winning run in scoring position with only 1 out. So it's a huge opportunity here for Teddy Smosky. Got to put this game away.
And Teddy was able to drive in Merritt for the tying run, bottom of the 7th inning. So let's see if he can come through big again here for the Darien Blue Wave.
Teddy's got a quick bat. De La Grada sends that one in high for ball number 1.
I could see Teddy leaving a pitch away here. He's trying to get a pitch middle or inner half of the plate, try to drive it. Very least move him over to third. He's trying to pull it.
Smosky sends this one to the shortstop. Tries to get the force out, overthrows it to third base. So all runners will be safe. Runners at the corners. That's going to be an error there by the shortstop, E6.
Yep. And Smosky reaches on the fielder's choice there. I could see him going ahead and just taking second base here to avoid the double play opportunity.
So now Taylor Campbell stepping up to the plate. You have it right there. Merritt Hull at third, Smosky at first. Base hit wins the game for Darien.
Got 1 out here. Stamford Black Knights are looking like they're trying to figure out their defensive positioning here on the infield. They're going to play up to protect against the winning run on third base.
So any light ground ball, they'll most likely try to throw home or at least hold Merritt. And Smosky will run the second. Ball number 1, but defensive indifference. So now runners at first and second.
So any ball hit probably out of the infield will score a run.
And that pitch is going to go in for a called strike. So now 1-1. Still 1 down. As Taylor had RBI earlier in the game to bring home Teddy Smosky. So similar position here. 1-1. Campbell swings at that one. Got a little greedy. Swings at that one in the dirt.
Chases is that one eats up Berlingo behind the plate. Not quite sure where it got him, but low hop hit him in a spot where there is no padding.
So now 1-2. Behind in the count now. DeGrolata trying to get that second out.
Big pitch right here for him, too. He got 1 ball, 2 strikes here. He had Campbell swinging way out in front of the last pitch.
And Taylor sends that one to the pitcher. Hull's going to run for it. He'll be tagged out at the plate.
Okay.
Smosky will move to third. So that's going to be a fielder's choice. Smart play there by the Black Knights on defense. But, again, an interesting move there to move Merritt to try to go home.
I guess he was going on contact there.
Could have easily stayed at third base.
Yeah.
And then you'd have bases loaded.
I would have liked to see a throw over to first base and then maybe have him cut home. Because then that's a further throw by the first baseman, too.
So now it's up to Jamie Buckjune. That one's going to go into the dirt. Campbell will move to second base. So again, similar situation. The last batter, all you got to do is get a base hit and you win the game.
Easier said than done there.
Yeah, very.
Last one you didn't need the base hit, but now with the 2 outs, you need a base hit.
And now you need a base hit into the outfield practically.
Or a pass ball.
Pass ball, you got a deep
another hit by
backstop. So that's
pitch.
going to be hit by pitch. Hit him in the helmet.
Jeez. Stanford guys have hit 6 Darien batters now. That is a lot.
So now Owen Tyler, who started this game on the mound for Darien, gave up a couple runs early on. And the script is set. Bases loaded, 2 out.
Come up here as the hero. Unless there's a ball thrown into the
Unless there's a
backstop.
ball, yeah. But looks like Stamford's going to hold off a little bit, make a mound visit. I doubt you do any kind of pitching change right now.
No. Stamford pitching coach going out there, getting everything all situated. Just giving his guy a moment. Just giving him a breather. Telling him to throw it in the zone. We'll see what happens.
So the Blue Wave with Owen Tyler just need a base hit, huge spot here for the senior captain.
Or a walk. The bases are loaded.
Bases
a walk
are
brings in
loaded.
a run. Or a hit by pitch.
First pitch, Tyler's going to hold. 1 ball, no strikes. Smosky at third, Campbell at second, and Buck June at first.
Tyler's probably going to be pretty selective right here after the last guy was hit by a pitch.
And you might hold off until you see that first strike.
Yeah.
And there it is. That's going to go in for a low-called strike. Now 1-1.
Frame there by Berlingo brings that one up for strike 1.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. 6-6 your score. And Tyler does swing at that one. Pitch just misses the strike zone. So now 2-1. Tyler ahead.
He got the last call in the inner half low and does not get the strike call in the outer half.
So now 2-1. De La Grada deals. Tyler sends this one deep. That one's going all the way to the backstop. No
And it'll
catch,
drop.
and the Blue Wave take victory and seal the comeback.
It'll drop out there as the Blue Wave storms the field. They were down 6-0, come all the way back and win it in 9 innings.
How about that Blue Wave baseball?
Center fielder had a beat on that one, but it just kept carrying over his head all the way back towards the track.
What a shot there by Tyler.
Is
Looked
it-
like that might have been going, maybe for an even grand slam, but no catch there out in center field, and they complete the comeback and take a huge FCIAC victory here at home.
What a gritty win here. Down 6-0 early. Bring in Merritt Hole, and he comes in. He lets up a run, but closes it out for 4 straight innings on the mound. It wasn't easy for the Blue Wave, but they came back. They got runners on base. They hit. What a win for them, coming down being 6-0 after the top of the 3rd.
What a way to bear down Darien. Going up to the plate, swinging the bat. And Tyler right there just shows what a great utility player he can be when he puts the bat on the ball.
That's got to feel good, man. He allowed those runs early, come in and get the winning hit here all the way in the 9th inning. That's got to be a good way to end your day if you're Owen Tyler right there.
A sealed MLB win right there. Full 9 innings between Darien and Stamford, and the Blue Wave increased their record. They're now 7-2, going about midway through this season. So again, a huge FCIAC victory for the boys in blue. And again, looking at the future, they're going to try to just add those wins because it's just going to help try to make the FCIAC playoff push.
Yeah, after a tough loss here for the Blue Wave on Wednesday to Wilton, 10-5 result there. They came back, they bounced back today and get another win in the column, and they're ready to go. They're going to probably have the weekend off and come back next week and get ready. And Stamford on the other end, they played really well. They pitched well. They got a lot of guys on base. I think they actually out-hit Darien, and they also put up a lot of really good at-bats, had some good fielding too, but at the end of the day, it came down to Darien just rallying in the bottom of the 7th inning and coming here in the bottom of the 9th to end up winning the game with a big hit by Owen Tyler.
A 3-hour and 7-minute game here on this Friday morning. Of course, I want to give a quick shout out to our DF Media crew, bringing you all the sights and sounds in this game. Thomas Aponte and Andrew Lee doing a great job, along with our DF Media advisor, Damian Andrew, coming out here for this Friday afternoon and April break. Of course, Tim, great to have you on the baseball call today. And I'm Liam Tomaszewski watching this game on the DF Media Network, joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. Thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of your day.